The Flaming Lips. Yoshimi battles the Pink Robots on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais. With me is Steve Merchant and Karl Pilkington.
Good morning.
I'm going to be honest, I'm going to own up straight away. I've done very little work towards this show this week. I'm a bit busy.
You surprised me.
Yeah. So I apologise if it sounds a bit sort of...
Thanks for being honest, though, Rick.
Well, no, I don't want people to go, oh, no, that was a bit shoddy this week. I hope it's not going to be that every week. Yeah. So it is because I've done very little preparation.
Okay.
So...
Right.
Whereas
normally...
You'll probably have to help me out.
All right.
You have to do some of the work. Carl, you might have to help us out a little bit as well.
I don't know, but I mean...
I know Steve's done nothing towards it either. So... The onus is on you a little bit here. I love the fact that it's still listed as either Ricky Gervais or Ricky Gervais and Stephen Merchant.
Essentially, we don't need to be here, really.
No, but I know now people listen for Carl. Everyone I've spoken to, for people on buses, to comedians like Ross Noble mentioned you the other day, and that they go.
People on buses?
I've never been on a bus.
You haven't been
years.
on a bus
No.
for like 12 years,
Yeah.
have you? People on buses. I don't know why I find that so funny. I just know the idea of you being on a bus. The idea of you handing over your fare.
They're shouting out from the window.
Right.
They're going, I love Carl.
Right. Yeah.
I'm walking along.
How much is it on the bus?
20 pence.
No, come on, seriously, how much is it?
One adult for Terminus, please.
I love the fact, they do that thing where, like, if they're interviewing
What is it?
Paul
50,
Newman or
60p?
someone famous...
No, it's quid, isn't it? It's a quid.
They always say, how much is a pint of milk? And that's supposed to prove if you're sort of still in touch with your roots or whether you're too big a celebrity.
Yeah.
You've got no idea how much it costs on the bus.
Quid?
Have you? It's not a quid.
120.
No, it's not 120.
Pint of milk, about 50p. 30p.
Oh, brilliant.
Wow.
Well, because it's fascinating because you gave this stuff, you gave this stuff up before you became a celebrity, didn't you? You were always...
Lazy.
Because people always say to me, like, Ricky seems a bit obnoxious.
Who says that?
Well, no, they say,
No. Who comes up to you and just says that?
The guy on the tube did it. I swear to God, he came up, he said, I was watching an interview with Ricky, he said, he's not a nice piece of work. I went, he said, no, I've got friends like that. And it's like they're always talking, they're a bit irritating, and you sort of let them off because they're your mates. But I was going, well, hang on a minute. He went,
well, two things, it's sort of my job talking, and being interviewed, essentially you do have to talk.
Yeah,
so
about yourself.
If that's his only criticism, then I'm not too bad.
No, he didn't think you were funny either. In fact, he had a whole list. Well, I say a list, a petition.
It wasn't Dickie Anderson, was it?
It wasn't Richard Anderson.
I hope he's listening.
He's our biggest fan.
I'll tell you what, Mock Turtles need a remix by Fatboy Slim, don't they?
Mock Turtles? It's a great tune, but I'd love to hear it remixed.
Yeah. Mock Turtles, Can You Dig It? Remixed by Slim.
Yeah.
Yeah, XFM 104.9, Ricky Gervais, Steve Merchant, Karl Pilkington. Ooh, stuff to do.
What's going on?
Stuff to talk about and that.
What's been going on?
Oh, before you came in, you saw it, didn't you? That experiment I was doing with the...
An experiment?
Yeah.
Well, all I know is as I walked in the building, I passed the little kitchen area, you were hitting Carl on the head with a tin tray.
Didn't it make a good noise?
It was a great noise, but I'm interested, explain more about the experiment.
Well, I wanted to see how hard I could hit him and make it resonate, right, before I either caved his skull in, or, you know what I mean? So, you had to hold it quite loose, so it could, vibrate, but you had to grip it hard enough to give it a good whack. Right. And his head's brilliant for hitting stuff on.
Is it?
It is perfect.
Carl, could we recreate that moment a bit later on the radio?
You'll notice that you've been on for 15 minutes, haven't said a word. So it's had a bit of an effect on me. Still a little bit shaken.
Okay.
Oh, dear.
But yeah, do it again later.
We were talking about your head a little bit earlier, weren't we?
It's not going to mean that you're sort of a bit, fuzzy thinking, is it?
That'll be alright.
Yeah.
So...
Okay, can we recreate that later, maybe towards the end of the show? Just hit you on the head with various objects, see which make the best sound?
He said talking about Time Out. I said something about in Time Out, and he went, yeah, do you read that? I went, yeah, I read it, I get it every week, yeah. He went, there's no point though, is there? He said, because it's like a telephone directory. If you want to look something up, you look it up, but you'd never sort of browse the telephone directory. And I went, that's an interesting point. He went, although I did. When I was in Scotland, I just looked up how many Macs there were, and there was 42 pages of them. How bored are you in your hotel room in Scotland to suddenly start working out how many people start with Mac?
Were you sat in your room? There was nothing else that you could think of to do?
I've been working. It's when we did the show from, XFM did some stuff from Edinburgh.
Yeah. You were sat in your hotel room?
Sat in the room, waiting to sort of go out and get some food and that. sat there.
Why were you waiting to go out and get some food?
Because we were all going to meet up. We're going to meet up with, with Simon.
So you thought, I'm not going to switch the TV on, I'm not going to read a magazine.
The telly was on, nothing was on, I wasn't impressed with anything that was on, so I'm looking around the room. I had a couple of the free shortbreads.
I love the fact he remembers.
Yeah.
He remembers a specific biscuit he had.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
I had a couple of them, and then looked around, there was a Bible, and I thought, well, I know about that.
Yeah.
There's nothing in that I don't know. So, got the phone book up, and I immediately thought, there's a lot of Mac this and Mac that in Scotland, Macintosh,
Mac Daddies.
Macateer, there's loads of names, so I thought, I wonder how popular it is.
I wonder just how popular it is.
42 pages of Macs.
Did you count how many pages there were?
Yeah.
Did you just work out from the numbers on the bottom of the page, or did you literally
No, I
count them?
counted.
Right.
And
how many do you reckon are on a page? There's a lot in there. If someone could tell you approximately how many names they get on one page.
How long did it take you, this whole procedure?
What, the counting?
Yeah.
Not that long.
No,
It's
just
just 2
counting
pages.
Yeah.
It's not that much.
They're all
And what
together,
did you
luckily.
do once you digested that information? What did you do with that information? Did you tell
Stored
people
it,
when you
haven't
went?
I? I mean, look, how long ago was the Edinburgh Festival?
I stored it along with the biscuit. I love to get in his head. I imagine it's a big warehouse, and there's lots of partitions for weird stuff like kids born with tentacles and things like that.
I imagine there's like quite an old caretaker, and you go in there. You say, "I'm looking for that." He goes, "Hang on, I know where that. I put that somewhere. Hang on a minute, hang on.
Is this the one when they shave the cat? No, it's not shaving the cat. This is the Max. The Max. I know Scotland, the shortbread. Well, don't give me the shortbread because that's putting me off. But
the what's the name though? Do you remember last week I was talking about the Airy Kid? And
I think that's every week, Carl. That doesn't narrow it down.
All right. Well, we're talking about that Airy Kid in the woods, and did a bit more research this week.
Okay.
Found a good story out about a monkey.
Right.
Which I'll tell Ricky a little bit about it.
Tell me, come on, tell it now.
No, no, tease
I
me
reckon
with
we
it.
should keep this.
It sounds exciting stuff.
That's got 'em, right? So we'll be doing that. We've
Don't
got
hook the audience.
we've got Rockbusters again this week.
Yeah.
We've got Do We Need 'Em?
Yeah. What are you trying to get rid of this week?
Cockroaches.
Right, good one.
I can't think of a reason to keep them.
Looking into that well. Let's sort the matter out. That's coming up.
Excellent.
We've got I'm teaching you some more stuff.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
He phoned me up today. Yesterday it was. He knows he's been researching, like, educating Ricky. He said, what do you want to know about? I don't know. He said, you interested in space? And I went, yeah. He phoned me 3 hours later. He went, no, nothing about space. I went, what? He said, I couldn't find anything interesting. I said, you couldn't find anything interesting about space?
Yeah.
It's big.
It's pretty interesting, Carl.
He went,
It's big, but there's nothing there. That's It's like the Millennium Dome.
oh,
So
God.
what I'm looking at, right?
But no, wait. He said, is there anything else you want to know about? I went, alright, I went, anthropology. He went, what's that? I went, study a man. I sent a man. He went, like what? I went, like, our roots from caveman through and all the, he went, and I said Australopithecus, Neanderthal. He went, well, you know all that then? I went, no. He went, right. He went, do you want to know how a lung works or something? How a lung works? And I said, well, tell me how a fridge works. He went, oh, I said, it's just the gas, isn't it? I went, brilliant. I went, tell me how a microwave works. He went, I know. I said, fella walking past in a laboratory with a bar of chocolate in his pocket, went past some sort of ray thing, it melted it, and he went, hold on. That's it. That's explained to me how a microwave works. Right.
So today we're doing sort of medical-ish type things under the banner of colon then, educate me.
Oh, God.
Do it again?
Colon then, educate me.
Brilliant. Brilliant.
So that's like go on then. So colon.
Brilliant.
So that's a little heading. You're going to be learning 3 things sort of medical-ish before 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah, do you want to...
Pretty much, yeah.
A bit of suede?
Come on then.
How many O'Reillys are there, do you think? No, little task for you.
Suede, animal nitrate. That's really got a Johnny Marr influence at the end, that guitar, isn't it?
Brilliant.
Still
brilliant.
XFM 104.9, Ricky Gervais, Steve Merchant, Karl Pilkington. Tell us about this monkey, Carl.
You're going to love this one, Steve,
Go on.
right? So last week we were talking about how, like, a lad left his family because there was problems at home and that. He went and lived in the wood. He got airy. Right?
No.
Leave it there, Rick. We haven't got time to go into
Right,
it.
so...
That's what happened.
And that's what happened. He lived with the monkeys. He went airy.
That's
Anyway,
what happened. That's what happened.
looked into some other stuff about, like, airy kids and all that. came across this story about a bloke, right, who worked in a zoo,
Oh dear.
right? So
Trouble's brewing.
loving his job and that, but it's quite a lonely sort of job because you don't see many people. You're just dealing with animals all the time, right? So anyway, he gets a bit pally with a monkey because it's the closest thing to a human.
Well, that ape is.
Right.
Yeah, but you can't really go that close to apes.
Well,
They're dangerous.
what do you mean? What type was it? What, do you
Just
mean it was
let
a
him tell the
Was
story.
it a chimpanzee?
I reckon it was a chimp. Yeah. Yeah, it
Oh,
was
you
a
don't
chimp.
even know, so
It was
it's
a
an
chimp.
ape.
It was a
Okay.
chimp. Yeah, but it doesn't matter, does
So
it?
he
It's the
gets
story.
pally with him.
Right, so he gets pally with
What,
him.
do they go on
and
holiday together?
well, no, I mean, it starts
On the
off
pool together.
just checking each other out and, probably sharing lunch and that together.
Yeah.
Right? Anyway, this goes on for a while. They're getting on well and that. And then after a while, right, the monkey starts sort of imitating him a bit more and sort of walking upright,
Oh, God.
Yeah.
right? So he thinks, oh, that's a bit weird. Anyway, they get on really better and what have you. So he thinks he could live at home with me, this,
Yeah.
because we're getting on the storm,
Yeah.
right? So he takes him home, and before
Is
you
this the
know it,
beginning of Beneath the Planet of the Apes? I think it is. I think you've seen this on video.
I'm worried, because he's already imitating him and they're moving in together. I'm thinking it's maybe a bit like Single White Female. Single White Zookeeper.
Oh, brilliant.
right? So
Go on.
anyway, so it's moving in, and it's getting used to sort of the normal human life. It's having a cup of tea in the morning.
Yeah. PG tips.
It finishes the day off with
Oh, dear.
Finish the day off with what?
He
with
does,
a
he doesn't
little
have to
brandy.
move a piano at one point, does he?
Finishes the day off with a little brandy.
Yeah.
What, he pours himself. Is he wearing a smoking jacket?
I'll tell you what, Carl, you're a maniac,
listen,
mate.
no, this is why it attracted me. It's amazing, right? So he's having his brandy and that, loving his life. Next thing you know, he sort of, I don't know if he loses it or he gets shaved, but the top half of his body is
Becomes
hairless, right? Apart from his head, right? So he's got a nice.
So it's the
head.
opposite of the kid.
Well,
Yeah,
this is what
well,
I'm saying.
that would happen.
Right?
Well, hang on, but so you don't know if
You
he
don't
was
even
shaved
know.
or if it's
How
hair?
did it say? Then the hairless. What?
I'll bring it in for you, the story, and then you
All
can
right, well,
see if
okay,
I've gone wrong.
keep going.
So anyway, so this is going on, and he's having a great life. Then the zookeeper starts getting a bit annoyed because he's having a better life than the zookeeper. The zookeeper's in the zoo.
This is such
So the
rubbish.
zookeeper's still got to do a day's work. The monkey's at home, he's partying.
Well,
he's
it
got
gets
his
to a
other
point when he
chipmates
says
round.
there's no point you coming in to the zoo because the whole reason of you being there was because you're being kept there.
Right.
And he didn't want to bring the memories back, so he said, you stay at home. So
You are you're talking such.
Just let him finish.
God, I don't know if I can sit here and listen to this drivel.
Let me. I'm fascinated.
it's
It
nearly
sounds
over anyway,
amazing.
right?
It sounds extraordinary. Carl.
So he's walking up, right? He's having a tea in the morning, finishing the day off with brandy. Gets a bit out of hand, only tries it on with the zookeeper's wife.
Make him go away, Steve.
How does he do that?
Well, because he's around humans a lot, he becomes a bit of a charmer. And,
But what is it that he could do to seduce her? Pick fleas out of her?
he didn't say.
He's
but-
built. He was built.
Yeah, it's well known.
So what about that?
Wait, what do you mean, what about it, Carl? It's obviously not true. It's obviously not true.
This wasn't on the internet. This was in a book. So it's not a quick joke and just put it on a website. This is in a book.
I don't understand how the
I
monkey...
love that he becomes a charmer. He's got better taste in brandy.
Exactly.
And he, that
What
is-
was it that he was doing that seduced her?
I don't know. Maybe because he was at home more than the zookeeper was.
But what would he be doing,
I
Carl?
love the fact that-
He's not going to be talking with her. They're not going to be playing like Trivia Pursuit.
Maybe she liked the silent type. He didn't go into that. He just said that's when the trouble started.
Carl, anyway, go on.
All right.
Is that what Suzanne did when she brought you in?
Feeder. Just the way I'm feeling. XFM 104.9. I love that. Carl, you're panicking. You've just remembered a song from your childhood, and I don't know what you're talking about. But I'm going to give out a number. Please take this number down if you can help, Carl. It's 08700 800 1234. Right.
I'm not that bothered. We were talking about a track from the 60s,
Yeah.
Mighty Quinn,
Yeah.
and it was on the same compilation. My dad had a tape in the car, and the tape was always on in the stereo thing in the
Yeah.
car. And I used to sort of sit through all this stuff I didn't like, but knowing that coming up soon was a song about a monster with purple eyes.
It wasn't
monster
Puff the
with
Magic
purple
Dragon.
It wasn't that.
A monster. There must be something else about it that give people.
Do you remember a chorus or a few lines?
It says something like, it was a one-eyed, it had big eyes, purple, and it eats people or something.
The big-eyed purple eater. Wasn't there a song called something like that? The big-eyed purple...
And it was a hit,
I'm
it?
sure there was. A song which is something like the intergalactic purple eater or something like that. It's a novelty song. Rubbish.
What, by the Bonzo Dog?
Yeah, it's that sort of thing, yeah. I'm sure
Well, if you know what Carl... Look, the telephones have gone mad!
Yeah, well, we'll find out in a bit. I mean, I'm not that bothered. I'm not going to buy it. It's just that we were talking about songs and that. It'll be good to know who it was, but...
Yeah.
Right, Rockbusters.
Okay, now how long... Where did you get the phone?
What, do you want to just answer
Well,
that?
answer the phone, so just answer the phone.
See what it is.
Just see if someone's...
Hello?
Hello, mate.
Alright.
Yeah, that song, I don't know if it's by, or is that what you want?
That's the bit I wanted, really.
What's the name of the song?
Well, you know how it goes, it's like, born nights on a dawn at a bit.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, I don't think you've helped much, though. You can't remember what it's called or who it's by.
Well, no, I mean, I know the tune, but that's about it.
But he's done well, Steve, he's done well. He's given up his spare time to call in and sing us a song. Don't diss him.
Rick, I'm concerned he's just only marginally remembering it more than Carl is.
It was actually in, I think it was in the Blob, no, it was in something like the Blob, actually. I think Steve McQueen was driving away and it was running in a sequence.
This is so very familiar. Thanks very much, mate. See if we can get a title off someone.
And XFM.
Hello, yeah, I know the name of that tune.
Go on.
It's the Purple-Eyed People Eater?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
And who's it by?
Yeah, well, I'm just at work and,
who is it by?
It came to my mind.
Do you know who it's by?
I don't know who it's by, mate, sorry.
This is not enough information. I wouldn't phone in if I
didn't
had half
ask
the
Lewis,
information.
but we asked him just what the tune was.
But I want someone like Paul Gambaccini to call in. He knows what chart position it got to.
Okay, right. Thanks very
I don't
much.
think this is enough information. That's two people.
The thing is, if you know the title, we can put it in the internet, can't we, and find out who did it.
Yeah.
That's full of
Brilliant.
information.
Well, thank you very much for calling in.
I don't know why they bothered, frankly.
Right, listen.
Sorry, Rick, no, I mean, I just think if you're going to bother to call in a radio station, have the facts. Have all the facts you have.
Well, he hasn't got the facts, and he runs the radio station.
He doesn't run it. They keep him here like a mascot. He's like a pet, isn't he? They have him running around the office.
God.
Now listen, it's Rockbusters. I've got the prizes here. Rick, I'll be honest with you. I mean, we've given away some shoddy stuff in the past. This is the worst collection.
Tat, is it?
This is really scraping the bottom of the barrel, Carl. I mean,
hold on, the
how
phones
many
are going
more
mad.
of these can we give away?
If you're still phoning, hang up because we're not going to bother anymore. We're really sorry about that. Maybe email us or something.
How many of these can we give away? Rick?
Look at that. It's only Fools and Horses.
It's the Christmas special from not this year, the year before.
Yeah.
I mean, we have given away so many of these. I imagine there's charity shops throughout London.
Throwing them away.
Yeah, throwing them away.
Yeah.
So we got that,
dear.
and if you didn't watch it, if you weren't one of the 20 million that watched it.
Blue-eyed, fat-legged, purple-eater people, if they had a big and had a big boo. It's something like that.
And once again, the best chill-out album ever. With, this pretty much rubbish.
It was a big boo.
Actually, no, the songs were okay, but
Purple-eater.
it's just basically a collection of songs you might have heard on adverts. So enjoy that. Oh god, this one again, the best air guitar album in the world, Volume 2.
This is no longer an entertainment show. This is three people chatting to each other now and again. Sometimes we remember it's going out, sometimes we just take a call for our own amusement. I mean...
It's the same price again. It's the David Attenborough compilation of DVDs, which I'd be very surprised if actually makes it to you. I imagine someone here will have had that long before we post it.
Oh dear.
There's a T-shirt in here.
XFM 104.9.
You get sent a lot of
just in case you're wondering what you're listening to.
This is a Quicksilver T-shirt.
What is that? What T-shirt is that?
That's a T-shirt made by the Quicksilver people. So if you're a bit of a surfer dude, and by the look of the size of it, you're a midget.
You can't say midget.
You're welcome to it. And this is, I think, the piece de resistance, Rick. I mean, because you know the kind of fans we have. They're pretty cool cats, pretty groovy guys.
Yeah.
So I imagine they'll be loving on DVD Doctor Who, the Aztecs. That's one of William Hartnell, the first Doctor's classic episodes on DVD.
God.
There.
You know,
rubbish. That's rubbish, Carl. Those prizes. I'm ashamed to give them away.
Carl, you know our mate Johnny. He's a Doctor Who fan.
Yeah.
Do you remember? He bought the Doctor Who magazine, and he went. to the toilet, and Steve got post-it notes and put geek on every page. And Johnny opened it on the tube, right, and it had geek and everything. And Johnny bought in the new Doctor Who magazine, I think this week's or this month's, right? And they've done the perfect Doctor Who fan, right, what the geek is, right, and it looks exactly like Steve.
Alright, don't have a go, Rick.
It does. And I'm going to try and put it on the website. It's amazing. It's got your hair, glasses, it stands like you, it's sort of dressed like you, and it's only, it's hilarious. And he was, I mean, I'm insulting you now, it sounds like an insult, but if you'd see it, you'd laugh. Well,
Rockbusters, right?
Yeah.
Right, here we go.
Just a little bit annoyed.
Just, 3 clues.
We've lost all the energy in this show, haven't we?
Well, I can't get over that insult. I'm just a little...
No,
Three.
we did though.
It just came out, no, I can be honest with you, Rick, it came out of left field. I wasn't expecting an insult.
No,
And,
but I think
There was a sense of camaraderie on this.
No,
side.
Just email in, ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk.
I'm just annoyed. I can't
What are we
listen to
doing?
Robert's
I'm
speech.
just reading out the clues.
Should we put this, let's put this one in for the Sony Award. Let's put this show in for the Sony Awards.
Play a song, Carl, because I need to discuss things with him. I've talked before about him
Edit
slagging
it
me
down.
off.
Get this down to 3 minutes. It'd be a great show.
Rockbusters in a minute. XFM.
Lonesome Day by Bruce Springsteen from his new album The Rising on XFM 104.9. Ricky Gervais, Steve Merchant, Karl Pilkington. Foreman just phoned in and said to Karl, stick up for yourself. Don't listen to that Merchant. He does my head in. He's so arrogant.
I don't think I'm arrogant. I think I'm mean.
Yeah.
I just think I'm sort of objectionable. I don't think it's arrogance. I think it's
No.
sort of nastiness.
Yeah.
I'm just not a very nice person. But believe me, I'm not arrogant. I think I'm pathetic. We've had a lot of emails saying, could you bring back White Van Karl?
Oh, yeah.
Which is that section of the show where we ask the questions that the Sun asks
Someone
various
else.
random punters
Yeah.
of Karl. But sadly, recently, they've got very politicised and very kind of, basically a little bit depressing. So there's not really anything appropriate. But I have trawled the papers looking for other questions posed in other sections of the Sun.
Good idea.
I was just looking here at the Dear Deirdre section, which is the sort of problem page. I don't know what your views are on
I'd
this.
love to see Karl. Oh, God, can we get him a job?
As a
Just
negative.
ask. Oh, my God, that would be amazing. Right?
Well, here's one. I'd like to see your view on this, Karl. I'm a happily married 42-year-old woman with 4 kids, yet I've developed a huge crush on pop star Darius Dinesh.
Yeah.
It sent my hormone levels through the roof,
Yeah.
and last night I woke my husband up at 4 a.m. for sex. We've been married for 20 years and he can't believe his luck. Recently I've been having...
I want to go to I'll stop you there. Why are you telling me? Right, carry on. Sorry.
Recently, I've been having erotic thoughts about Darius morning,
Sure.
noon and night.
Yeah.
I haven't felt like this since I was a teenager and mad about Donny Osmond. My husband is amazed at the change in me. We had sex twice last night and again this morning.
Again, why are you telling me this? Yeah, go on.
He's just boasting. This is not a problem. It's not a problem.
What's
here.
the problem? No problem. Just wanted to tell someone. Thanks very much.
I watched Darius on TV last night, and when my husband came home, I dragged him into the kitchen and we made mad, passionate love. Right, they've done it. They did it then, twice last night, once this morning. That's 4 times. 5 times she's mentioned it so far.
Yeah.
She's doing all right. My husband. This is a great bit. My husband thinks it might be his new moustache. Or that I'm going through the menopause, but I
You
know
were thinking
different.
of growing a moustache?
I was
Do you
thinking
think
of
it would
growing a
change your
tash.
luck with the ladies?
I love the idea. That's what he thinks it is. He's telling his mates in the pub.
You
should
gone
grow one
mad
of
to me.
these.
Grow
The
one
old
of
Tom
these, right?
Selleck.
5 times in the last 24 hours.
Hooray for sexy Darius. So, what do you make of that then? What are your views on that?
Hold on though, if that bloke is reading that paper, that narrows it down
It's
a
gotta
bit.
be, yeah.
Who else did he know? His wife likes Darius, he's had sex 5 times that night, and he grew a new moustache. He's thinking, I wonder if that's me.
Maureen.
Yeah, go on.
But what's your concern? Because I'll tell you what her problem is. She's worried that, the reason that she's now kind of overly excited and she's having this great sex with her husband is because she's actually fantasizing about someone completely different, younger. She's having these wayward thoughts, isn't she? She's a bit concerned about that. What's your concern? What are your thoughts?
I reckon she's going to start shoplifting soon, coming out in hot flushes. Go on.
Just, they're both happy, aren't they? He's getting what he wants. She's happy. I'd say, yeah, whatever, get on with it.
Do you think that she should confess? She wants to be honest with him.
I wouldn't, because not that many fellas like Darius.
Right.
So, if you're sort of thinking, oh, she'd rather have him than me, I don't
What do you think
it's gonna
Darius would think of this?
work. He'd probably be happy with that. I mean,
What would you do if you got loads of phone calls, right, from women going, Karl, whenever you're on the radio, I just have to do it. I just have to do it. Your voice makes me...
I'd say, alright, well, it's alright. I'd be happy with that.
Would you?
Yeah. I mean, just in case anyone is doing that.
What would you do to sort of like egg them on a little bit to help them out? What do you think?
What sexy things would you say?
What do you think is your quality? What do you think people would find, you know, pretty horny about you? Is it your sort of mank wine? Do you think that? Just say this, London shit, innit?
I think say that, but you know, London, it's not that good, is it? Like
I think you've done it there.
So
that's
say something quite sort of sexy though. Say something like, you know, I love to love you.
Say something sexy.
Say that.
No, say something sexy.
If Susan says to me, you know, do you love me? I go, yeah, you're all right.
And I know the thing is, I know that's true.
Yeah.
I know that's true. That's brilliant.
But because one of the things that Deirdre says is that she's wondering if this marriage is going a little bit stale and needs to be freshened up. They need to give a new spice, a new spin to the marriage. What would you do? What advice would you give to spice up, you know, something that they've been married for quite some time?
Get him. I think get Darius, all Darius things. Get David Snedden's new video on the telly.
What do you reckon though, Carl?
Just treat them. Do you know what I mean? Just surprise them now and again with stuff. That's what I do.
It's what you got those condoms, didn't you? That you got 2 for
So
one.
hang on, what? You've never done that? What? You've surprised Suzanne with what?
You know, I've like,
You stood behind a door and shouted at her when she comes in.
Don't drop the jelly!
Yeah, you know, just the usual stuff. There was some free chocolate delivered to work the other day. I took her a bit of that home.
Nice of you, that's really thoughtful.
She didn't like dark chocolate, but I said, well, that's a thought. So, I had it. But,
you know you often benefit from any gift that you give her. The chocolate, the meal, the condoms. There's always something in it for you.
Yeah, there is. I love the idea.
She's got bored with a Christmas present now, though.
What, the condoms?
Yeah.
Or the food that she ate.
No, the condoms.
Right.
Yeah, she's got tired of filling them with water and throwing them at the passing kids or putting them on her head and inflating them.
I love the idea of asking problems. What do you think of erectile problems? You know that Pele advert? He goes, be careful, we haven't got erectile problems, call this number. What would you do if you're impotent? What would you do?
What's the advertising?
It's just saying, like, you know, if you can't, you know.
I haven't seen that.
Yeah,
Why have they got him doing it?
Wow.
Well, he used to, he used to be able to keep it up for hours, the ball, and
Yeah. What would you do if you...
To advertise that?
No, if you suddenly couldn't get, you know. What would you do?
I don't think it bother me now.
I know you're 30! What's that?
You're talking like you're an 80-year-old.
Yeah, but do you know what I mean? You sort of been there, done that now. It's like the boxing and the dancing that I did. It was good as a kid, and now it's like, take it or leave it.
You need to write to Deirdre.
Supergrass, Seen the Light, XFM 104.9. We're a little bit worried. We might have a technical hitch here. We've had no emails, and usually we get loads and loads. So we're worried it's us. Can someone send an email?
Yeah, just a test email.
Yeah, but we won't know if they have or not. They might just be ignoring us. No one might be listening, Steve, so this isn't proof.
I guarantee there's at least one person who would send an email. Maybe if Dickie Anderson's listening, he could do it for us.
Anders! Do us a favour for all the pleasure we've given you over the last few years.
Ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk.
If you haven't heard the Rockbusters, might as well give them out.
Well, let's check the emails working before we do that.
Yeah, otherwise it's a complete... This whole show has been a sham and a farce and a waste of time.
Well, I think they can take that as read.
Right, educate me, Carl.
Right, well,
Go on,
say, right.
Educate me.
Well, what we're looking at this week, we've done war, we've done,
We've nailed that, we've nailed war. We summed up war with a little French bloke whose battle cry was, John's got a moustache.
Right. So, and last week we did science.
What would you do on science then?
Airy Kid.
Brilliant.
Right.
Yeah.
So this week we're looking at, medical problems.
I'm sure we do Airy Kid every week.
Medical problems then. I've got a couple of things under the banner of, colon then educate me.
Yeah.
We've got, this is interesting. Right. Do you know if you have an operation on your brain, right, what they do is, I mean, this is why I'd never go to the doctors. I don't like doctors because this sort of stuff freaks me out, right? They can operate on your brain, and what they do is they put you to sleep first, cut your brain case open.
Your skull, yeah.
The brain case.
Yeah, yeah.
And then wake you up and operate on you. So you sat there with your head open, messing with your brain, and you don't feel anything.
Well, there's no nerve endings, is there, in the brain?
But still, it's not right, is it?
What, you think they do it for fun?
No,
They
but
go on, Reg, wake him up so he all freaks out. Go
well,
on,
is, it,
wake
is,
him up.
it necessary that you're awake, do you think, or...
Well, they need the brain active, don't they?
Yeah, but it is when you're asleep, you're having mad dreams. I had a mad dream the other day.
Go on.
No, I might tell you about it later, but there's no sense to it. But, so your brain's
So is this conversation.
Yeah, I mean, it'll turn out, I go, no, Carl, I was there, that wasn't a dream.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
but... So, I mean, if I had an operation...
On your brain, heaven forbid.
Well, operation anywhere, I'd like to sort of think, well, I'll have an injection, I'll go asleep, but when I wake up, it'll all be sorted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The fact that
Your brain case is open.
and they wake you up and you think, oh, is it all done? And they say, well, have a look in the mirror. And your brain...
See, I don't think they do that. I don't think they try and frighten you when you're doing an operation.
Yeah, I don't think that you go about your business and they sort of follow you around, dabbling.
Yeah.
No, but it's almost like they are having a bit of a laugh with you.
Right, well, I'd just like to say now that they don't. Anyone who's going in for an operation on their head, do not ever listen to anything
But
Carl says.
why have you got to be awake? Because you'll be bored anyway, you'll be sat there.
Well, they give you a telephone directory, look, and they say, look how many Macs are in there. That's the Scottish telephone directory. And, you know, time flies when you're counting that sort of thing.
No, but do you know, like, when you...
What are you telling me? What are you
I'm just
asking
saying
me?
how weird it is. It's weird, isn't it? It's like, do you know when you go for a haircut, right? It's a bit embarrassing. Well, I don't anymore, but when you go for a haircut, it used to be...
When you go for a haircut.
It used to be a bit embarrassing when, like, they'd wet your hair and they'd make you have that sort of Hitler cut because your hair's wet, and I used to hate it, and I think, do you have to do that? Do you know what I mean? You know
It's
what I mean,
similar.
don't
It's
you?
very similar to open skull
No,
surgery.
what I'm saying is, it's almost like barbers like to do that to make you look daft and feel daft for a bit, and there's women coming in and out, and you're sat there with a daft haircut.
Yeah.
And this is what that reminds me of.
Do you think they do it in a shop window? This brain operation?
I'm just saying, it's a bit
Do you
weird.
think, why are we doing it in John Lewis's? Just so more
I
people
love
can
the idea that that's what doctors are doing. Let's make this guy look a bit stupid.
Yeah.
Open his brain
Look
case.
at the twatty look with his brain out of his head.
Take a Polaroid. Reg, take
Yeah,
a Polaroid.
Look at him. Look at his face. Right, right, clock his face when I give him the mirror. Get this on camera.
Put this fake nose and glasses
Sorry,
on.
if that did you teach me something then? Was that
I taught
educational?
you that your brain case can be open with you're awake, and you just sat there sort of letting them get on with it.
Brilliant. I've learned that. I'll never forget that. Right, go on. Anything else?
You'll love... Let's play a song, because the next one is amazing.
What? Even more amazing than that?
Yeah. Play a song?
Yeah, bit of Bowie.
No email still, by the way.
No, I don't think it's
It's
working.
not working today.
Lady
so what we're gonna-
Stardust.
We'll have to do a phone-in for Rockbusters.
Off the Ziggy Stardust album.
Alright.
Bit of David Bowie. When's that ever hurt anyone, Steve?
Never.
Lady Stardust off Ziggy Stardust and the Spiders from Mars on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais, Steve Merchant. Karl Pilkington is in the middle of educating me. Colon then, educate me.
Right, so,
I've learnt that you can, you know, fiddle around with your brain when awake. That's brilliant.
I've never been a fan of doctors, though, so this was a good one for me
Yeah.
to look up, because...
Yeah.
Did I tell you the time when, the doctor said, I was gonna die?
Alright, keep talking.
Right, ages ago, must have been about 15, right? And, at lunchtime there was this... We used to have a choice of stuff to do at lunchtime, right? We used to have, like a burger place that had an arcade machine in it, right? So we used to go there and play on that and have a burger. Or, there was this baker's, right, that my mum worked at, and, did great cakes and stuff, right? So, she used to, like, bring some home and that, but she couldn't always bring them home every night because, you know, they'd cost money, and she used to get them for free. And they used to say they'd rather chuck them away than give them to the staff because there's a chance that the cream might be off.
Right.
Right, so they used to chuck them round the back. So I used to go round the back with my mate and eat a load.
Brilliant. Scavenger eating out of bins.
No, it wasn't out of bins, they were still in trays, but they just stacked them up near the bins, right? So this got out, I mean, it used to be chocker. Once the school found out, everybody used to go there, and it'd be like, well, have a cake.
Headmaster crawling through, fighting the kids off.
Right, so I'd have, you know, you'd just eat, I don't know, 6 jam donuts or something, and then you'd spend your dinner money on the arcade machine.
Brilliant.
Right? So it was a good afternoon, really, right? So you'd do that, and this one day I must have had 6 or 7 jam donuts, a few Congress tarts.
What's a Congress tart?
I love them, I can't get them in London, right? So I'd have some of them.
if anyone can get a Congress tart for Karl in London, please let him know.
So anyway, this day, that was just a normal day. Do you know what I mean? You'd once, twice a week, you'd have a load of cake.
In your life,
Yeah,
So
normal
anyway-
day in your life. Were the frog boys there with the webbed hands and the big heads?
So-
and the horse in the settee? Yeah.
But the day after one of these days, I had really bad cramp in my belly. Right? I was like in agony, could hardly walk. So I said to my mum,
You could hardly stagger to the free cakes.
So, I was in absolute agony. I said, I don't like doctors, but you'll have to get a doctor in because I don't know what it is. I can't walk. She gets the doctor round. I won't say his name, but he said, well, doesn't look like he's got long left.
Blimey.
So I was a bit like, hang on a minute, I've only had a few cream donuts.
Yeah.
My mum was panicking.
Sure.
He went. My dad came in from work. She said, something's really bad with Karl. I think it's serious. The doctor said he ain't got long left. So he said, what? He said that and just left. So she said, yeah. He said, I'll have to call him then. So he called him up, said, what's all this about? Karl hasn't got long left. How long's he got? So he goes, I was only messing. He's just had some bad cream. Can you believe that?
Well, the thing is,
I like the fact your mum didn't ask any questions.
I know.
She didn't
But
go
she
into
doesn't.
detail. Can you explain more, doctor? No, I got a shoe off.
No, but she doesn't. She doesn't like talking.
I don't want to diss you or your family, but I imagine if I was there, I'd have known the doctor was joking. That's all I'm saying. I mean, I sound very arrogant there, but I imagine he went, what's he been doing? I had about 6 cream cones. Oh, right. Oh, wow. He hasn't got long to live then. I'll see you later. That's what I think the doctor did.
Yeah. It's like the idea your mum just let him go.
Yeah.
Terrified, thinking, well, I'm not going to probe him. He's that's it then.
Dad comes in. Hi, honey, I'm home. Anything happened? The doctor said Karl's going to die and then left. Did he? I'll call him.
But anyway, that's why these sort of things fascinate me. So we'll move on to this next one, right, which is brilliant.
Go on.
Dead short story. So, right, old woman, about 70 years old.
Yeah.
She's normally fit and healthy and stuff. Nothing wrong with her. She's having a good life. And one day, she goes for a check to the doctors, just to check herself out, 'cause she's getting on a bit.
Yeah.
Says, take your clothes off and that. So she does. And checks her out. Says, yeah, you're looking good, you're looking good. Turn round. He said, oh, God. He says, you got a tumour on your buttock. Right? So she goes, oh, what, can you do anything to sort it out? So they go, yeah, we could book you in for an operation. It's best if we remove this. Books her in for an operation. Operation day comes, strip her down and that. They're all stood round, the doctors. Start to operate. It only turns out it's a pork chop that she sat on 5 years earlier and it had stuck to her buttock.
Right, Karl.
I can forward you. Listen. Serious.
Right, okay, Karl, I'm telling you now, I'm leaving. I'm never doing this show again.
No, I'm serious. Honestly.
You're talking, I've never had such you are, play a record.
I couldn't believe it.
What do you mean you can't believe it? Stop the record. Right, okay, right, what do you mean you couldn't believe it?
No, when I read it, I said, I've got to tell Ricky
This
that.
woman had a pork chop stuck to her arse for 5 years, you mental case. Of course she didn't. Doves, caught by the river. People are going to think you're thick, Karl.
Well, they can think what they want, because if they do their own research, they'll probably find the story. Because it won't have happened that many
Karl,
times.
think about it. I mean, how could an old woman have a pork chop stuck to her arse for 5 years?
She said she couldn't remember even making one, so she was as surprised as the doctors were.
But hold on though, she presumably must have sat on it naked.
Yeah.
Didn't that bring back any memories?
I know it's weird, but
Karl.
But why would it stay there? Why wouldn't it fall off when she had a bath or a shower?
Grease. What about a bath?
But why didn't the doctor realise that when he first looked at it?
Yeah.
Was he not paying attention when he said, I think it's a tumour? Didn't he not look a bit
listen,
closer?
think about it. A pork chop stuck to your arse for 5 years. You're naked, you sit on a pork chop, you go, nothing. Yeah, there's nothing weird about that. I can't feel anything. Even if you had a dead leg, the time you that pork chop, what else you got dressed?
well, she might have not have done that much. She's old. She probably just sat down and didn't move for a bit. And over time, it's stuck, and then...
What do you mean over time it's stuck? Do you think the longer something there, the more it stays there?
Look, I know that's why
the
I
pork
picked
chop
it.
goes, well, we've been here a year,
Richie,
we're
that's
not
why
going to
I
move
picked
now.
it.
I don't think we're going to move now, but I'm quite, attached to this buttock. I think I'll stay here for another 4 years until some doctor works it out.
I love the idea they got her into hospital, they gave her the bed baths, they got her ready for the operation, they laid her out. They were just about to take the get the scissors or the knife, make the incision. Hang on a minute.
This is a pork. This is a
Bring
pork
me a frying
chop.
pan.
This is a pork chop. Right.
crazy,
Well, okay. Well, if you're happy with it, then I'm happy with it. Fine.
Right,
That happened then. So did the shaved monkey who got off with a wife. Fine.
Rockbusters then, we've got a problem with the email this week.
Yeah.
So
Least of our problem, I think.
they're not coming through, so I'll give out the clues again, and then you can call in on 08700
Only call if you know all three, you can rattle them off.
Yeah.
We'll do it during the next record. So
Yeah.
the number is
08700 800 1234. Right. 08700 800 1234.
Right, okay, so you got that. So
And the
call
three-
in if you know all three.
Yeah, the three, just to recap. I've got three other jumpers like this one, the initials FT. That bunch of people can't make up their minds if they want to sit in the sun or not, right? That's C. And the Jamaican fella had some aspirin. Why did he do that? Right? That's FD. So
Okay.
if you know them, give us a call. And it's just the first with the three
Right,
correct
well, I
answers.
think they're calling now, Carl. So play a lovely record and take some phone calls, and let's get this.
Do you want to play this old Lulu track?
Oh yeah, don't laugh when you hear Lulu, because this is A Man Who Sold the World by David Bowie. It's a good version. Syntax, Pray, XFM 104.9, Ricky Gervais, Steve Merchant, Karl Pilkington. Right, get off. Right, what you got next?
Right, well, running a bit late with this, but it's time for Do We Need 'Em? We're looking into what
I'm really
animals-
worried about this, because everyone's getting that last clue wrong. I reckon it's so rubbish that even your mental fans can't work it out.
Yeah, it's a tough one, but
Give that final Rockbusters clue again.
the Jamaican fella had to have some aspirin. Why is that?
What were the initials?
Why did he have to do it?
No,
FD.
hold on, that's changed.
Well, I mean, it doesn't matter. The
Oh,
story
it doesn't matter. That's the point of a cryptic clue, isn't it? Oh, do. What have you got now?
Right, so we're looking into animals that we get rid of. I've spoken to someone about snails. I spoke to someone about jellyfish, and that. And looking at cockroaches today.
Right, now who's the expert?
It's a woman called Jessica Marshall.
Right.
Does she know that you're going to play this on the radio?
Well, I called up, right, in the week and said, can I talk to someone about
Just-
cockroaches? And she was like, is that Carl?
She knows who you are.
Yeah.
Right, so she already knows maybe your angle, your approach.
Yeah, she was
And
up for it.
she's an expert, she's just not just some random person.
No, she works in a museum, a good museum. I said I'd give it a plug. It's the one near Knightsbridge. It's got dinosaurs and that in it. It's worth seeing.
What,
And this
Natural
is
History
her.
Museum?
Yeah. So,
Not sure. He's not sure.
this is what happened. Now, what I'll do, I'll tell you as much as I know, and then you can fill me in if I'm right or wrong. And then at the end of it, we'll get to the bottom of whether we need them or not.
Okay.
All right. So first of all, the first thing that I found out is that they have 18 knees.
That's not exactly possible. They're insects, so they have 6 legs.
Yeah.
And a knee is usually the junction between femur and tibia. That's sort of classic human knees and every other animal knee. So with 6 legs, you can only have 6 knees.
Could somebody sort of got mistaken for seeing one that was a bit double jointed?
I think you're grasping at straws or something.
All right. Well, we might have to come back to that one then.
Okay.
They can hold the breath for 40 minutes.
Well, they don't do that because they don't breathe in the same way as us. They breathe through little spiracles, holes down the side of the body. So, no, they're not a very apt simile because the method of breathing is so different.
What do you mean?
Because insects have a totally different system. They don't have lungs in the way that we do, and just breathing through one part of the body. They're actually breathing through every segment of the body all of the time.
So even though they've got their mouth shut, they might be able to
Their mouths have
slide.
nothing to do with breathing.
So
Only
just
feeding.
So you see, maybe that's where someone's gone wrong. Someone's got hold of one and sort of taped its mouth up or something and
Thought it was-
got bored after 40 minutes and
Again,
said, well, we'll
that's
call
a
it
pretty
right.
unkind thing to do to an insect, even to a cockroach.
Yeah, but it's all...
Can't do that.
Yeah, but...
No. Pretty unkind thing to do anything, even a cockroach.
something else I found out.
Yeah.
They can live for a week without an head.
Well, that's true if they don't bleed to death in the process.
But the weird thing is, when I told you that they had 18 knees, you seemed a bit sort of like, don't talk ridiculous. But then we're talking about an animal that can live without an head. So there's a little bit of truth in that one, yeah?
Yes.
Why, when it was invented, has it got that facility? Say if someone said to humans, we could do that with humans, and, if you lose your head in some accident, it gives you a bit of time to sort of go back to your family and maybe write them a note. You won't be able to have a chat, but write them a note saying, it was my own fault, and it was nice knowing you.
Well, that would be a useful facility, I agree, but cockroaches are great survivors. I mean, they've been around for over 300 million years. They're one of the most primitive insects.
All right. Well, I've also, is it true that they do a lot of resting? Apparently they can sort of rest for 75% of the time.
Rest?
Yeah, they just sit about doing nothing.
It's probably true of a vast proportion of the world's fauna. Well,
I mean, maybe the 25% that they are working, they're really giving it some, so it might make up.
They're probably searching out food, and they can slow down considerably. You can chill insects in the fridge, and they'll become very, very quiet. You might think they're dead.
Yeah, but I'm sure, if we were sat in a fridge, we'd go a bit quiet, wouldn't we?
Well, you might not know much about it, of course.
Yeah, but...
Not quite reading the right sources.
Well, I've been using the internet.
I'm sure there are many useful sources that you could find there, but some of those seem to have been a little misleading to you.
So you don't agree with a lot of what I've told you there?
No.
So cockroaches, can we get rid of them?
No.
So we're keeping them then?
I would say so, yes.
I think we should get her on more often because she sounds like she'd be a bit of an ally, really. Because she knew immediately that you were talking nonsense. She even said, I think you should be more concerned about your sources, which I've been trying to tell you for a year, right? The fact, I mean 18 knees, where did you get that from?
It's on the internet.
They can hold their breath for 40 minutes. I mean, I don't know what you read and take on.
Mad world, don't it?
Right.
The Cure, obviously.
Yeah.
That song.
Right, Carl's been taking phone calls for these clues. Right, and so everyone's been saying the same thing for the last one. He's been going, no, and I'm worried. I'm always worried. FD. I just overheard him on a call there going, what have I been saying? Oh, no, it's FP. Dickhead. Right, give me the clues out. It's a roller. Right, tell people. We're really sorry to anyone who would have got that right. Okay, right, do the clues quickly. Tell them it'll be a rollover, so we have to do 3 new ones.
Do you not write these down,
You're such a...
I don't write the answers down in case Ricky looks over the thing and sees the answer.
Why would I cheat? I'd rather you do something right with your life.
Right, well, the clues were I've got 3 other jumpers like this one.
Yeah.
That was FT.
Yeah.
They got that. 4 tops.
Yeah, that's all right. Good, well done.
That bunch of people can't make up their minds if they want to sit in the sun or not. That was C. They were getting that. That was charlatans. Charlatan, right? A bunch of them charlatans, right?
What What's Charlie?
No, it's like, shall I go out? Shall we? Charlatans. They got it, right? Where I went wrong with this one, the Jamaican fella, he had to have some aspirin. Why? It's my fault, I'm not cutting, there's no point passing the book or anything. I said FD. A lot of people were saying, Fred Durst, like, forehead hurts, which is a good one.
Yeah, which would have been as good as any of yours.
But I made an error, so we'll roll it over.
No. What is the answer? What is the answer? Jamaican fella what? Add some aspirin, why do that? What's the thing?
FP.
FP, it was Frida Payne.
Frida Payne.
Frida Payne.
Frida Payne.
Frida Payne. That's awful. Carl, you've got to write these down next week.
This is
I'm
right.
sorry,
You're the producer.
I know, but I've had a busy week, haven't I?
That's not an excuse. That isn't an excuse.
Our excuse is we don't care.
Yeah. You
do
put
care.
the work in and then make a mistake.
Yeah. I mean, it's better not to try than try your hardest and be rubbish. Do you see what the point? We don't care.
But you've got standards.
Yeah, and
you're not meeting them.
Think of that. You're not even reaching your standards. God.
Right, well, that's that, I guess. Well, the prizes will be giving those away next week.
Bollocks again. Just completely...
Song for the ladies to end the show with. It's from Nick Cave's new album, Nocturama. This is a track called He Wants You. Back next week.
Remember, free to pain. 1:05 then, already, over Saturday, so I'm Ricky Gervais. That was Placebo, yeah, with special needs, which brings me to my next point. With me, Karl Pilkington.
Karl Pilkington, there he is.
Steve Merchant, 104.9.
That's it.
We're back then.
Well, for one last time.
Well, it's certainly the end of the season. We're away for at least, 2 months. We're doing the Office special, and possibly forever, depending on whether Karl decides he wants to carry on with this. Because, I mean, we do this for fun. We don't need to do this. We don't need to do this for, money. Obviously not.
The kind of money you're earning, Rick, you do not need to do this.
I don't need to. It's quite honestly beneath me.
Yeah.
We don't need to do it to further our career because it's embarrassing being on XFM.
And say, do not even bother cashing those XFM checks. It's not worth your while.
No, it's not. The time it took to sign them,
Exactly,
it wasn't worth it. So we do this basically to ridicule Karl on a large sort of platform. I say large platform.
Yeah.
XFM. No other radio station will have us.
It's roughly the same as standing up in McDonald's.
I
and
imagine so.
ridiculing.
But of a lunchtime though.
Yeah. Or
so-
when it's just the cleaning staff mopping up.
Yeah. So, if Karl doesn't come back, he's breaking up the three-way partnership.
He's very much
forever.
Sting, isn't he?
Yeah.
Like, what, 1986, 87?
Exactly.
He's going to go off and sort of make some quite poor, sort of jazz-inflected white man soul.
Yeah.
And leaving us to go about our business.
Play pizza places.
Exactly, yeah. Yeah, well, I'm going to go into sort of maybe writing
say, Dad,
soundtracks.
why can't I be in the CIA?
Yeah.
You don't know anything about it. You're a drummer.
Yeah.
So we'll have to see. I mean, do you think anyone cares?
I wouldn't have thought so. Because I think if someone was interested in having some good chat and some great laughs, they'd spend more time with their friends.
Yeah. Or listen to another radio
Or
station.
listen to a decent radio show.
John
I
Ross
think
or something like that. Yeah.
they listen to XFM for some music to have on in the background that's loud enough so they can hear it while they're hoovering.
Yeah. I don't think our fans hoover.
Well, true.
I think you've got to have...
Or shoot up, whatever.
I think you've got to have a house
yeah,
to hoover. I'll tell you what they do want, though. Some great music.
They do indeed.
They'll be saying, since you've been gone. See that? That's the sort of link I can do if we stay
If you
together.
could cut out all the other drivel you speak, you'd be great on Magic.
Oh, yeah. You've got to...
Come on.
I know, you've got a rainbow something, haven't you?
Rainbow.
You got a rainbow something?
Oh, it's Rainbow.
Well, I mean, for a last show, that song had everything. It's got 2 guitar solos.
Yes.
It's got a key change. It's got bad grammar, Since You've Been Gone by Rainbow, and that's for Camfield, the Prince of Rock.
Yeah.
He's going to be the king when Vance, just hands over his crown.
Yeah.
And you've still got that on XFM, so, don't worry about us going, oh, you weren't? Oh, okay then. No one cares.
No one cares.
This is our last show. Let's make it a good one.
Let me give out the email address because I imagine there's going to be a flood of emails
Saying,
demanding we
please,
stay.
Carl, keep the team together.
Yes, it's jono.coleman.
Coleman's not a team. He's just a big lad.
Yeah.
Right, come on.
What do you mean, come on? I've got nothing.
Ricky.Gervais.
Oh, Ricky.Gervais at XFM.
Or Karl.Pilkington, because you can do it throughout the week. You can do it throughout the 2 months. And what's the phone number for XFM? 0207. Is it 766 6000? And then just ask people through the car and leave a message on his voicemail.
Yeah.
So email him a lot. 0207 766 6000, I think, and just ask for Karl Pilkington.
Yeah.
Little Karl Pilkington, little baldy mank twit. And say, please stay.
Yeah.
Please stay. Karl, say something then.
How are
This
you,
is
mate?
our show. Say hello.
What are your feelings, Carl, so far? I mean, are you cheerful? Are you upset?
Not at all.
No?
Can't wait for 3 o'clock.
Sure.
So it was interesting how Ricky was saying he only does it for the fun. I haven't even got that bit.
Yeah.
I am paid peanuts to work Saturdays, which wrecks me weekend.
Pay peanuts, you get monkeys.
I have no fun.
Yeah.
Right?
You're having a laugh.
And what people
You
forget
love
is-
this. You love this. You love me coming in and having a little chat beforehand and after.
Yeah, but that's the funny thing, isn't it? Listeners just think, why does he get so moody about it, having Ricky annoying him just on a Saturday?
Yeah.
It's not just of a Saturday.
Why?
It's in the week as well.
Wow. How do I annoy you? How do I annoy you?
Daily.
How
annoyance.
do I annoy you, Carl? So you can't, if you be specific. See?
The first thing that springs to mind, when I'm trying to work with Steve before saying, come on, let's, find some interesting stuff to talk about, I think you were playing the accordion in the air. Was it the accordion? I mean, it doesn't really matter. They get the idea.
Although I can't play the accordion, so it wasn't very good, was it?
Where did you find an accordion?
I was one out there, right? And then
So the drum kit you started playing with.
then I had a loudspeaker, and I put the accordion on the loudspeaker. Then it loud, those loudspeakers. They're amazing.
My question is this, Carl. Do you honestly think that's going to stop just because we're not on air anymore? He's not going to see you on a Saturday, so he's just going to come in even more often.
Yeah, I can just drop
He
in.
won't bother me as much, though.
I think he will.
And he'll have his fob taken off him, so he won't be able to just wander in.
Of course I won't.
So
What? They're not. Do you think they're going to? Of course, they're going to let Ricky Gervais walk in anytime they want.
Yeah, I might come in, I might do a few trailers, might hang out, with Andrew, going, hey, Andrew, how's it going? He'd go, yeah, we're having a bit of trouble, what do you think? I say, lose it off the playlist, put that one on, sack them. Yeah? Let's have a little bit of feeder.
Yeah, that's all we want.
Yeah.
Feeder. Forget about tomorrow. At least we're here today, Steve. The three of us for an hour and a half more. The last time ever, possibly. It's up to little baldy head Mankey.
Well,
Karl Pilkington.
a number of emails, Rick. This is from Matthew Davis. I think he very much captures the mood of the email public. His email is just simply titled, "Go, in the name of God, go." It says, why wait till 3? Why not leave immediately and stop subjecting us to this abject
Well,
misery?
Carl did once when he had to get a train.
Of course.
So that's never happened on radio before.
But who knows? I mean, stay tuned. We might shoot off at 20 to 2.
Or we might get better.
We might get better.
We might get better because we've done a bit of planning, because I got Carl round last night
Really?
to do some planning of the show, didn't I? And so we've
Yeah,
got...
I thought you were going to be there, Steve.
No, I wasn't talking about it.
Yeah, well, I called him up and said, why, what we're doing? He said, well, you can come round and, have a chat, maybe get some ideas and that for tomorrow. So I said, is Steve there? Yeah, Steve will be coming, yeah. So, go round. It's close, next to his flat. The pub couldn't be closer. Yeah. Alright?
Yeah.
Unless there was sort of spirits and that in the lift, they couldn't have got closer.
Yeah.
Alright? I turn up, you're not there.
No.
He's lied.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right,
Well, I
so-
knew you wouldn't come out if it was just like you thought I was going to muck around. I had to pretend it was work to get you out.
So, you weren't there, Steve.
No.
Anyway, so he says, oh, come in the flat, got an interesting book that you'll like.
Okay.
So I think, well, that's kind of work, he's trying and that.
Yeah.
So I go in thinking we're going to get some good ideas and that from this book. Couldn't find the book. He looked for about 40 seconds, said, I don't know where it is. I don't know. Come on, let's come in here, let's have a wrestle. Right? So I'm sat in the lounge, right? Sat there just chatting to his girlfriend and that, just chatting. He comes wandering out in his underpants.
Yeah.
Well, I was comfortable, yeah.
I don't know if you were comfortable because we were sort of pulled up
But yeah.
right between the crack.
Right.
Looked like, okay, probably like a gay sumo wrestler.
Yeah. And I did a little dance for you, didn't I? Because there was MTV on and I was doing a little dance.
Dancing to Elton John's new one.
Yeah. And what did you say? What did you say when I was doing a little dance for you and my pants pulled up? Like, right? Do you remember what you said? You went, I poured him a drink, he was in my home, I'm entertaining him, he goes, are you sure you're not a bender? Is that any way to treat a host?
I think it was the right
outrageous.
time to ask.
But we did do some work, didn't we? Because you got confused and you said, he's, oh God, it's like a child or a cat when it's confused. He went, Steve reckons in ancient Greece, right, it was better to shag a bloke than a woman. And I went, well, yeah. I mean, that's about the male being, sort of a first-class citizen, much better, wasn't it? An aspiration
the
to
point
sleep with
was,
a beautiful
Carl,
man than a beautiful woman.
Women were lower class citizens,
Yeah.
so therefore men were seen as higher class. So to have sexual relations with a man there was no shame in that.
No.
In fact, it was looked upon.
And I
as a
said,
good thing.
well, ancient Rome. I said, Nero, he'd sit in his big jacuzzi and he used to get, pretty boy men to go into the water and just nibble at his testicles while he was having a wash.
He didn't do that.
He did.
No.
Yeah.
And he's not a gay fella.
No, well, no. I mean, I don't know about Nero, but I mean, it wasn't a case of a big delineation between what was heterosexual and what was gay. It was just,
whatever you...
So what did this fella do then? This one who's having his...
Well, he
his
was
little testicles?
pretty much top boy, Nero, for a while.
He was in charge.
And, you know, and you did what you were told. If, Caesar or...
But why were people going round there? Why didn't they go, oh...
No, they weren't dropping in. It wasn't like the door was opening. I was just going to see what Nero's doing. It's not like when I pop in here to see you.
Normally what would happen is he'd say, come back to my place, I got a book for you.
Yeah.
You pop in.
But
he'd come out in his pants. Elton John would be on.
You'd have probably been like a delivery boy or a stable boy or something, you know, and you'd have popped round there and you'd have gone, there, right, Nero, there's the tablets of stone you wanted. And they go, Pilkington, why you are here? Pop under, I don't know why he's French.
What is that?
I don't know why he's French. Just pop under the water and nibble at my testicles and you'd have done it.
Because he was Nero.
I wouldn't.
He would have.
There's no way I would have done.
Yeah, well, you would
What
have.
have I done? I've dropped a pizza off.
Yeah, you
why
pop
am I
around to
there?
Nero's place with the pizza.
Right. Right, I'd say I've done my job. Right?
Yeah.
That's not the sort of tip I wanted.
No, he'd have said, get the little baldy chap to nibble at my testicles, and you'd have run the water.
I wouldn't have done it.
No,
Well, you
I
might
put my head
have
on the
done it.
you
wall.
hadn't done it, right.
No, I wouldn't have done
Well,
it.
can I just say this, Steve? Not only would you be nibbling his testicles, you'd have been going mad. You'd have been noshing him just for extra. You'd have been doing everything he wanted. You'd have been going, he'd have gone, I didn't ask you to do that. You'd have been going mental. They'd have been chewing, slurping, smacking, poking. You'd have chopped, you'd have gnawed his packet off. You think you're eating Walker's crisps. There'd be bubbles, there'd be flying. Oh, it'd be horrible.
The Beatles from the soundtrack to The Yellow Submarine, actually, and that's Hey Bulldog.
On XFM 104.9, our last show, maybe. Me, Ricky, Steve, and little Karl. Alright, Karl? But, that book, that wasn't a fake. It wasn't like just a ruse to get you back to show you me and dancing him in pants to Elton John. It's that,
What was your girlfriend doing during that, instantly?
I think she was just getting on with sort of like packing up sort of boxes because we were moving. So
sure.
I don't think.
Well, she's seen it all before.
Yeah. And the book was, do you remember that book that I showed you? That, it was, Man's Body, an Owner's Manual. And it's just got loads of stats. And there's one in there.
Yeah, it's kind of like a Guinness Book of Records of
men. Yeah, there's one section there. That was,
Sorry, hang on, it's not like Guinness Book of Records of men. That just sounds a little bit like you and I were sat around your house looking at a big book, pictures of men.
The Big Man book.
The Big Man book.
He is a big man, isn't he?
Yeah.
He should be on the front cover.
Yeah, it was a book more about the kind of physical body and
Exactly,
about statistics
biology and social and, you know, sex and all that sort of stuff. And,
But we didn't look at the sex
which is where we got the, knob news for today from. Right? This is true, right? I read that you'll have someone's eye out! Knob news! Then you've got the jingle.
Yeah.
I read that the smallest ever functioning penis, right, was under 3/4 of an inch when erect.
Extraordinary.
That is bad luck, isn't it? And
Yeah.
it's a micro penis, so it's perfectly scaled down. Just a little look at Carl's face.
Well, couldn't the fella have said, look, right, I'm not happy about it, so don't print it. It's not the sort of press people want, is it?
There wasn't a picture of him. It was anonymous. They didn't read the book and at work next day and go, look at this, Frank. What? Smallest ever penis, half an inch. He didn't go, it's me. He just went, yeah, loser.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Anyway, let's have a shower. I'm alright. I'm alright. He must have had to have a little jod with a pair of tweezers.
Yeah, presumably.
Because you couldn't even get a fist. I mean,
No.
that is bad luck, isn't it?
Was he a good-looking fella?
What would you do, right, if he invited you round and said, right, and he was like the king, right, and he went, oh, Karl, can you just go in there and just nibble at it? And you've gone under the water, and you're just about to nibble at it, and you come up and you go, that's tiny. Would you be disappointed or relieved?
Right, well, that wouldn't happen.
No! Karl, I'm saying if it did, would you be disappointed? Would you go, oh, I can't even I don't know where to start with that? Or would you go, oh, thank God it's not a big one?
You've got to remember that he's the emperor. So you've got to do what he says or he'll have you killed.
What would you do? Would you go, oh, I lovely set of tackle, or, oh, it's not as big as I wanted, or would you secretly think, I'm glad it's not big because I didn't want to, because I'm not that guy?
I'm not even gonna think about it, because I wouldn't do it. I know I wouldn't do it, even back then.
Even back then? What do you mean? Even
Well, when when was Nero at it? What?
Well, the Roman Empire was sort of like 2000.
Well, it stretched
up
for
to
years.
about, yeah.
So,
It's a long time ago.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it.
You'd have to.
I always remember, we're still doing Knob News?
Yeah.
Just,
Is this
Knob
some
News Extra?
Knob News Extra, excellent.
well, I didn't do that well at school and that, right? But we had biology. And I didn't take much of it in, but there was one day when it was about, Knob News and stuff. And it was all about how, blood, is what makes...
Engorges the erectile tissue.
Sure.
Yeah, it was all about that. And there's this girl in our class called Paula, right? We were sat there watching it, and she fainted. You just heard her go, oh! And she hit the floor, right? Because we were all sat on top of the desk watching this. I wasn't that interested in that.
No.
I wasn't looking at it and that. But Paula, right, she fell over. And the funny thing was, right...
What was it, a video?
Yeah, a video of, like, this blood doing the business to this fella's member, right? And she fell over, like, and everyone's like, oh, what's up with her? And the teacher was trying to, like, wake her up and give her water and that. And it was really weird, because then the nurse came in, and yet this video was still playing. And the nurse came in, what happened? Well, do you seen this?
Yeah.
And you could hear, like, then it was going on to, like, sex education on the video. It was all done from start to finish. What happens? Da-da-da-da. And by the end, and she was still out cold by the time it got to, like, and then they had a baby.
Yeah.
Right? And that just reminded me of it.
So it seems to me that was her sex education class. She fainted when the penis got erect, and when she woke up, a baby was born. That's probably what she thinks happens. She's wandering around now.
And the whole class just missed out a bit because they saw someone.
If she's ever with a bloke and he gets an erection, she just goes, oh no,
well, that's it. She was a bit of a class tart, really. That's why everyone was like, what's up with her?
Carl.
No, but she was. Everyone was like, what's up with her? It's not as if she'd not seen it before. But just reminded me then. Weird. But anyway, yeah, so I wouldn't
Anyway, let's leave Nero aside.
Yeah. The other thing in this, should we play a record and come back? There's another interesting fact.
There is some extraordinary facts in that.
Yeah, we'll do more facts.
We're running over.
But it won't be knob news. There'll be all different types of news.
Right.
Libertines, don't look back into the sun. On XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais, with me Steve Merchant and Karl Pilkington, for possibly the last time ever. I was coming in today, Steve, and I was walking just past that Shaftesbury Avenue, at the beginning of Shaftesbury Avenue, and it's sort of a little bit of a tramps corner going on there. And there's a couple of tramps, proper tramps, already had a few, and about sort of like 40 maybe, right, or that. They could be 30, they could have a loud life, they probably have. But he was going, Johnny's coming down, but Les isn't going to make it. And I think they're just planning their social and meeting there. I just think that that's nice. They've got, they don't just drink by themselves.
Yeah.
What are we doing tonight? I thought we'd get drunk and sleep in the doorway. We did that last night. But I just like the idea that they're planning it. And they got mates and they do stuff and they go, all right, how's it going? Well, we know how it's going.
Yeah.
I'm sitting next to you in a pile of piss. You know how it's doing. Do you think, I was also thinking, do you think they ever wake up, like, before they've had anything, like 9 o'clock and go, I was pissed last night. Yeah.
Oh.
You were talking absolute rubbish. What was I doing? You were just going, hey, boys,
you were just shouting at cars walking in the street.
You were joking. Was I really embarrassing?
Yeah.
Oh, you were pretty drunk.
I'll tell you this, I'm never going to do that again.
Oh, but at least I didn't make a pass at Dirty Agnes. Oh, God, what did I do? You were just going, please, Just love the idea they have no little conversations and that. I imagine one of them going, I'm not coming out tonight, I've got no money. Nor have we yet. I'm just going to go and dance. Just go and dance outside McDonald's.
Seriously, I only made 18p to go. You know what, because I've always had a soft spot for the homeless. But do you remember that time I was walking over to yours once? And, see, there's the homeless people, there's those ones that they try to retain a certain dignity. They won't just come up and ask you for money. They'll come up and maybe try and start a conversation before introducing the fact.
The fact that what you despise and annoys you is the thing they're trying to hold on to is a little bit of pride.
I know.
And what do you want them to do?
Well,
just be crushed in a skip, going, just give me some money, look at me.
I just think, come out and say it. Come out and say it, but don't try and fool me, because sometimes I feel like I've been tricked. I get annoyed because I feel like I didn't see you coming. You came out of left field, you know, I didn't know you were a tramp.
I imagine the fact that they're bare-chested, apart from a blanket with their hand out, covered in sores, and no teeth is a clue that
Not
they're
this
probably...
one, Rick.
Not really.
This was one of those ones, you sometimes see them, the ones, they're slightly older, and they've got a full suit on. They wear a complete suit, like a pinstripe suit or something, with maybe trainers, admittedly.
Yeah.
And I sometimes think to myself, you know, at what point in that moment before they finally left the house for the last time did they think, right, what? Well, I'm going to be homeless. I want to look good if I'm going to be homeless. I'm sleeping rough.
But it does happen quickly. It sort of happen. It can happen in a matter of days or weeks.
Anyway, listen, I'm not begrudging the fact that he asked for money. That's fine. I just felt a little bit annoyed because I thought he was an ordinary person.
Right.
And he came up to me and he said
Nice
to me,
distinction. Go on.
and he said to me, excuse me, mate, have you got the time? And I said, whatever, you know, 3:10. And he went, have you got any money? And I knew then, I was annoyed. And it annoyed me because I thought, I should have known straight away. I mean, a homeless person, you know, I sensed it straight away.
Yeah.
Excuse me, if you got the time. I wanted to say to him, where have you got to be?
Well, yeah.
What appointments have you got?
Well, no. Maybe he goes to work, he starts begging at 3 o'clock. Yeah, he asked all that day, he goes, what's the time? They go 3:45. You know what I mean? Then he goes, oh, give us some money. It's 3 o'clock.
Right.
Maybe he has the mornings off. It might have been his day off. He was doing half day or, you know, shift work.
Yeah.
He might, you know what I mean? You never know what shift
But
they're
I just
on.
think, Rick, when you see those people from shelter or from famine relief in the street, they've got to wear those little things over their clothes that say where they're from, or at least some kind of name tag.
Yeah.
So you know when you're stopped by them, you know what to expect. They got a clipboard.
I know.
These homeless people who come out of there, they look like regular people. They come lurching out like zombies. You go, oh, you think that's an attractive woman? She's just come over. Oh no, look, she's got a dog on a piece of string.
I know, yeah.
I just think they've got to come out with it. They should just come out with it. Just be honest. Be proud.
Those people with their things sometimes annoy me, is where they stand right in the middle of the pavement. I have to zigzag, I have to cross the road 4 times to get through them. It's like playing Getaway on video, avoiding all these up and down Oxford Street. You have to really, they come out of, worse than they recognise me. That's why I've got about 8 standing orders now where I've been caught.
But I leave the house and it's just like people are trying to take my money from me. Between my house and the tube, there's just swarms of people trying to take my money from me at any cost.
Carl's got his first little direct debit, haven't you? £5 a week or sort of £5 a month.
Yeah, I've joined something to help Africa out. I quizzed her for a bit. I mean, she came over and she was saying...
He was talking to her for about 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Just making sure your money was going right to the right place.
Yeah, I was saying, you know, why have I got to give you my bank details? This is the thing. And I was saying to her, I'm sure you'd make more money, right, if you just had a little thing that you put money in. I said, I want to help you out, right, but it's the fact I've got to give you bank details. And she's saying, no, this is the way we guarantee we make money. You know, we can help places out because we could be out all day and we could only earn like 50p, whereas, you know, we know that it's worth us standing around.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, fair enough. I said, so what's my money going to be doing then? And I think it's called Care of the World or something.
Yeah.
And she's saying we're giving them money to buy hammers, and we're not just going to give them money to blow in and stuff. They've got to like work and
they don't give them money.
Well, whatever.
What do you think of these people just like on these drought planes? Like
it's a gift voucher for being cute. So they have to buy a hammer.
No,
they go with the buckets and go, alright, and they throw it up and they go, bundle!
Yeah.
She was making out anyway, right? That she was nice enough, she was selling it to me. She said, you know, we give them the tools and they feel good because they're building up their own place and everything. And so fair enough, right? And now I've done that for 2 months. They've had a tenner off me already. I'm checking it, making sure they're not ripping me off and that.
Yeah.
If I ever go to Africa and I need a hammer, and there isn't one,
Yeah.
I'll be livid.
You'd be livid.
Because, you know, it is a lot of money.
Sure.
Every month, £5.
Yeah.
And, you know, you're talking about people hassling you and that in the street. I actually moved flat. The last flat I lived in, I moved from there because of the hassle. That
Really?
it was a high street, and you couldn't, like you were saying, you'd nip out for a loaf and spend about 40 quid.
Yeah.
just on people saying, give us the money for this. Samaritans, tramps, heart attacks, old people, or whatever. It's like...
Yeah.
So it ended up pushing me off that street. It was like, I can't handle this.
It's getting crazy out there. They may as well have little stalls.
Yeah.
Hey, but listen, let's make the world a better place with a little bit of music.
Oh, thanks
Bit
very
of
much.
Bauhaus.
Yeah.
Give generously, people. Come on.
Bauhaus's version of David Bowie's Ziggy Stardust on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais with me, Steve Merchant, Karl Pilkington, possibly for the last time. And as a special treat, a return, sort of like a summer special, an end of term, well, a gift to the fans. Karl is bringing back Rockbusters.
Do you want to explain it?
Rockbusters is basically Blockbusters, completely ripped off, done with music, that may or may not be a cryptic clue, and may or may not be the actual band name, and may or may not be the actual letters he said they were in the first place.
Do you want to sort of describe one, though, in case someone's a new listener? And,
Well, Exploding Pet was Atomic Kitten.
Yeah.
AK.
Basically, for those of you who are new to the show, this is the final show, Karl reads out what he considers to be a cryptic clue. It's not a cryptic clue, it's just some words. Just a string of words.
Yeah.
And from that, you are supposed to deduct the name of an artist or a group or a band.
We've had things like the Jamaican fella swinging a fish round. That was D-Trout Spinners.
D-Trout Spinners.
So that's the level of intellect you are getting from Karl Pilkington.
What was the one?
Just do the competition, what?
I was thinking, she fell down in
Whitney
Texas?
Houston.
She fell down into a puddle in Texas.
On a knee, Whitney Houston.
Yeah, so you said it twice, it's not cryptic, so just do it. Come on.
Right, so there's 3 of them, and you email in your answers. We've got some good prizes today and that. Right.
Well, let me say the prizes. They aren't bad.
Whiz through it, because this, you know, the competition's bad enough, let alone just listen to what's he got?
3 DVDs and about 6 CDs.
He's got the young ones and all that, like TV things. There's some great CDs, yeah, go on.
Right, so the first one, cryptic clue. This vegetable started life down under. Right? This vegetable started life down under. The initials K-O. Right? K-O. This vegetable started life down under. Second one, the things that you normally find on the beach, right, have been found floating around the moon. Right?
Yeah.
That's, I think it's TS.
You think it's TS?
Yeah.
You set the questions, but you're not sure.
So, the things you normally find on the beach have been found floating around the moon, right? And the last one, well, if you put that many in the post, I'm surprised I didn't receive one. Right?
He thinks they're great!
Well,
he thinks he's brilliant!
Well, you know, if you put that many in the post, I'm surprised I didn't receive one.
Is it acting? He did all the... yeah.
The initials there, FC.
FC.
FC, right? So you email in the answers, ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk. Win that stuff.
Let's slam dunk in some sounds.
Well, slam dunk some ads first.
Okay.
That will be the next single from DMX. That's called Wear the Hood At on XFM 104.9.
It bloody better be.
I know you're a fan. You've enjoyed it. You love a bit of hip-hop, don't you?
XFM 104.9.
Yeah, keep it real.
Hippie hop.
Oh, it's
So...
Yeah, sweet man, sweet. It's that
Halfway
kind of
through.
stuff, it's that kind of lingo and that kind of patois that they won't be hearing next week.
No, I know. No, I know. Off making some bling bling. Alright? So, that's the sort of...
High five, mate.
Yeah.
Sweet.
It's weird, all that talk and that, isn't it?
I don't know what that means, Carl.
Excellent. What do you mean?
No, just all that bling bling and all that, because I didn't understand it, right? So I did a bit of research.
Brilliant. That's what you should do if you don't understand something. Look it up.
I mean, always scope it out.
I always do that. I always do that, though. You know I do that.
No, I'm giving you props for even doing it.
Yeah,
so.
massive respect and big you up.
Yeah, go on.
But, it's all slang, right?
Oh, is it really? Is it really? So it's not in the... really?
That's odd.
No, I don't remember it being in Romeo and Juliet, but then...
So you didn't speak like that when you went to Oxbridge?
What?
Never mind.
But no, I, did a bit of research into it, right?
Go on.
And, one of the things that they use is, I was out last night, did a 187.
Yeah.
That's the murder.
Yeah. But why use slang, right? Because apparently 187 is police slang.
Yeah.
Well, if
It's not slang, it's a code.
Well, don't use what the police know you're talking about.
Yeah, I don't think they do it with police around.
Do they not?
Probably not.
Carry on then.
Yeah.
Carry on.
Yeah.
I always remember the Cockney rhyming slang supposedly originated because, you know, East End villains or whatever would make up their own slang so that if they're overheard, in conversation, then they won't know what they're talking about. But just look it up in some kind of Cockney rhyming slang.
Yeah, I like the idea. Okay, where is he? Where's Fingers? Well, Copper, I'm going to tell you this. He's up the apples and pears.
Exactly.
Well, I don't know what that means. Well, leave the house then.
Yeah.
If you don't know that he's hiding up the apples and pears, you might as well shoot off.
Exactly. Well, I can't possibly figure that out, so I'll just have to shoot off.
Yeah, where was he last seen? He was last seen with his trouble and strife. I know what that means. Well, you might as well shoot off then. Yeah, it's a perfect code. Of course, though, talking about Shakespeare invented 1,200 words, and slang gets in, so there are more and more words, and slang soon becomes, the norm. There's no not real words and real words, do you know what I mean? They're just as valid if they're common parlance, so they all become part of or they fade away and they're not used because they're a fad.
Yeah, like waz up.
Yeah. That's probably in the dictionary. Or soon to be. I was reading, was it a couple of years ago, you're gonna like this not a lot.
Right.
Got into so popular things got in there. Imagine that.
Yeah. You're gonna like this not a lot.
Zig a zig I think got in or something. Oh no, girl power got in.
Right,
girl power as a common phrase.
Sorry, go on. No, you have to, you mean.
No, it's just that, with the slang thing, did I tell you I was trying to read that book about, the governor?
Oh, yes.
And that was full of that, and it had a page on the front that you had to keep going to when, do you know what I mean? When he used a bit of slang, you had to sort of go, right, I don't know what he means.
Glossary.
Right. Just nip back, have a look.
I thought you meant, when you said there's a page at the front, I thought you meant the cover with his face on. I can't remember who I'm reading about. Oh, there he is.
Is this the book that you nearly finished reading, but you realised all the pages were in the wrong order?
No.
He bought a cheap book, right, at a second shop, started reading it, loving it, then he started reading about this bloke, and he went from jail to school, and then he looked at the page numbers and they were all out of order.
How annoying is that?
You never read books, do you?
I never read one, right? And Suzanne, it was a weekend when we were going to Hastings because you two had done me head in, right? She said, I'm going to take you away so you relax and what have you. So, ended up not relaxing because it was like putting the jigsaw together. I'd started reading it on the train, thinking, loving this. It's a really interesting story about this fella who, didn't have a great life as a kid, starts getting into a bit of crime, what have you, turns out to be the governor. But it wasn't as easy as that, because like you say, it started off at school, then he was in prison, and he's like, oh God, he started young. And then, next thing, he's like married, and he's like, hang on. He's like 12, and then he's had a heart attack, and then but I just thought it was part of the thing because I read chapter 1, and then it did say chapter 12, but I thought, right, it's like that sort of done in that stylish way that everyone's doing.
What kind of a biography?
Starts
messing with the medium.
I was born in the East End. Take one onion, add some. This is.
But it's the idea that an East End villain's going to write his autobiography, but think, I'm just going to play with the form a bit. I'm going to get quite postmodern with this.
No, but
he's barely able to write, probably.
Yeah,
oh, you can say that about him, Steve. I wouldn't. I think he's an educated man. Go on, next, Carl.
But yeah, just because it was like 2 for a tenner, that shouldn't be like. Oh well, you got a good offer. So
no, that's rare. I'm sure the bloke selling it did not know that the page was out of order. Let's face it, Carl. You read it and didn't realise.
Yeah.
So you can't really blame him.
You got almost half the way through before you realised.
I know.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Still, that'll teach you, and that's put you off books for life, hasn't it?
Well, I don't like getting into books now. I just read snippets of information.
Play record.
No, I was just going to tell you about a bit of information that I was reading.
Okay.
And I can't. Will we play a record?
No, I've got time for a bit of drivel before we play next tune.
Well, I'd rather hear a tune and come back for drivel, because I think people are tuning in for drivel, so let's tease them.
Okay.
Let's have a record, then some absolute shite from Karl Pilkington.
Excellent. Look forward to that.
Longview and Further. I love that one. On XFM 104.9. Rick Gervais, Steve Merchant, Karl Pilkington. Alright, Karl, what did you learn?
Right, like I say, I don't like reading books. There's too much to take in.
It's too much word.
I'm busy in that.
Yeah. I don't like reading books, actually, but go on.
So,
but I have done. So, go on.
Right, so I was looking in this magazine, right, and it was more about, do you know, I'm not that impressed with Einstein and Newton and that lot.
No, why should you be? What have they ever done? Go on.
No, but you know the fact. You see, the Columbus thing. He's another one, isn't he? Who got a bit of praise for finding America.
Yeah.
And it's like someone else would have come across that at some point.
Yeah.
Right. And yet, news this week, they've found 2 new types of frog. Right. No one's making a fuss. and look how small they are compared to what he bumps into. And that's what I'm saying. People make a big deal out of all these people who are finding stuff, right?
Yeah.
So the next person...
I mean, my head's buzzing, but I can't be bothered. I actually can't be bothered. Don't think this reaction's a good reaction. I don't know where to start with this drivel, but carry on.
Right. So anyway, the next fella who...
Next fella? I don't know. You talk in riddles.
The next fella I'm going to talk about, Einstein.
Yeah.
Right, everyone raves about him all the time.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm trying to get into my head.
Yeah.
Like, why is amazing and that.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
So, did a bit of reading up on him in this science magazine.
Yeah.
Right? Now, I read it. It's only I don't know, 200 words, whatever, trying to get across what he worked out. But I read it last night.
Is it relativity you're talking about?
Yeah.
Well, so you say, like I just made that word up.
Yeah.
You heard
Yeah.
That was
what
his
it was,
biggest...
yeah.
Okay, so the 200 words, as far as you recall...
So anyway, I read it, and I was like, I don't know what is going on about here, right? So Suzanne was with me. I said, can you read this? She said, I'm watching Sex and the City. Right? I said, right, but can you read it and explain to me what I don't understand here? She says, well, I don't understand it.
It's great. It's like she's thinking, I haven't got kids.
Yeah.
And yet he still wants me to help with his homework, and I'm watching telly.
Yeah.
I've been at work all
So
day.
she said, look, go in the bedroom and read it out loud to yourself. Maybe it'd make more sense if you read it out loud. Right, so I said, right, I'll go and do that then. It was good because it was cool in there anyway, right? So I went in there. So, reading it out, twice, went back in and said, I don't get it still. Right? So she said, right, wait 10 minutes and I'll sort it out. So I was sat there looking at it, trying to work it out before she had to look at it. I was like, no, forget this. Now, what he was saying is, if you send a man to the moon, right?
Yeah.
He was saying, to the fella in the rocket, it would seem like 20 years to him.
Yeah, not the moon, but yeah.
No, it was. That's what it said. It said the moon.
Well, it wouldn't, because it's only about...
No, but listen. So it took 20 years to the fella, yet people who are on the Earth, it would seem like 2,000.
Yeah, because time is relative, not...
I don't... What do you mean?
Right. Well, listen, the fact is that it's tending towards the speed of light where it really makes a difference. They've even done it with atomic clocks, where they've sent one up, even in Concorde, and it's like 0.01 of a second difference.
What is the watch?
Yes, yeah, because greater speeds.
But why does speed affect how a watch works?
Right, I don't think this is a conversation...
Look, speed is...
Sorry,
See
stop.
what I mean, though?
Just
See
stop
what
for
I
a
mean,
moment.
Steve?
Right.
See what I've done?
I don't think this is a conversation to be had on a Saturday afternoon on a radio show.
But I'm just saying, though, it's not me, is it?
It is you.
You went quiet, Steve.
No, because...
You're having problems
Because
there.
I'm not going to be able to explain it to you.
I will explain
in
to
a
you
light, frothy way.
It's speed equals basically velocity equals distance over time. When velocity doesn't change, and nor does distance, time has to. That's his theory. Yeah.
Well, we just got.
What's your point then, Carl? What's your point?
I'm just saying.
Because you don't understand
Do you know what
it, it's
about-
worthless.
I was trying to explain to Newton that basically formulated the laws of the universe, the 3 laws of the universe. Even playing snooker, I'm trying to drop something. I was going, well, equal and opposite reaction and all these sort of stuff, right? And he was going, what did he do apart from the apple on his head with the gravity? And I went, well, what do you mean? And he went, well, why was it a problem? If we had been floating round, I'd have called him in. But since we're not, we don't need him.
Yeah.
That's what he said. Play a record. You're a buffoon.
So there's these 2 new kinds of frogs, you said.
You're joking. What? And a monkey had a hat. The monkey had a voice. I Believe in a Thing Called Love by The Darkness on XFM 104.9. Last show. Possibly the last ever show. It's up to the K-Man. Little Pilky. Baldy Pilky. Little Whingy. Dimmo Manco, as he's called, his Latin name, Dimmus Mancoid. All right, Carl? All right? You're going to miss this, aren't you?
Nope.
Good show, though? Enjoying the last show?
Yeah, it's all right, and I hope it gets better because Telegraph are listening today.
The Telegraph, the paper?
Yeah.
Why, are they? Why did you say that?
Just Jenny, the PR woman, said to me yesterday. She said, just do some good topics and that, so you don't have to worry there.
What they phoned up to say, hello, it's Telegraph here, we'll be listening tomorrow.
I don't know what they're doing.
Are they doing a review of it or something?
I don't know. Why would they do that? There's no reason to.
I'm a bit... why didn't you mention this earlier?
So Telegraph have said, why would they call up to say we'll be listening? It's a free country.
Because they said they'll be listening, but also, can you make sure you record it? Because if we can't listen to it because of the pirate stations that are on at the weekend, because it affects our signal and stuff. Whoever's listening must listen and know there's a problem with pirates, and they said, can you...
Well, they're probably just doing a feature about radio shows or something then.
They're going to tear us to shreds.
They're going to...
I mean, listen to... seriously, the drivel we've talked today. I mean, what are they going to make of it? That's a broadsheet newspaper.
I think I know what Monday's headline's going to be. I don't think it's going to be like, they're going to forget about the power cuts. It's not going to be about, the inquiry or terrorism or anything. It's going to be, no more to knob news.
Yeah.
It's going to... They're going to love that.
I mean, seriously, I have a little bit of self-respect. And if I'd known a quality newspaper was going to be listening, I wouldn't have turned up today. Because, I'm an award winner, and I'm a respected television writer. And I've, won awards, sort of classy.
Don't worry, though.
And
don't worry.
What have we talked about? Knobs. We've had the worst quiz on radio. We've had you trying to explain relativity. You didn't even understand what that word meant.
I don't think you recognise the word. You read that article. You read that article 4 times, twice out loud, where you could hear Sex and the City music, right? And yet that word might have been like a confidence. You hadn't heard it before, so I don't know. Do you look between the lines? Do you actually look at the words?
No, there's too many words, though.
The Telegraph are going to love that. Because there's loads of words. The Telegraph have got loads of words. I mean, there's covered with it, words.
Which way up do you hold the magazine when you read it?
No, but there is too many words.
I mean, there's people, are they upside down?
There's too many words. There is too many words in the world.
Do you know what this one means, right? This is one I learnt the other day. I think it's, Antediluvian.
No, what does that mean?
Old. Sorry,
how do you spell it?
Don't know.
Of course you don't.
Antediluvian.
No, I've never heard that word.
It means old. But the annoying thing is, it takes longer to say, and it's the fact that if you
where do you hear that word and in what context? And
someone told me about it. I was talking to someone about long words and that, because you mentioned something when we were out drinking, and I said to you, why did you say that then? What word does that mean? And then you had to explain it, and I said, well, you didn't have to say that, you could have just said blah blah.
But can I say, Steve, I wasn't sort of trying to catch him out or being pretentious. It must have been just a normal word in my vocabulary that he didn't know.
Wait a minute, what, vocabulary pretentious? You've lost me.
You've lost, yeah. I'll tell you what.
You're scared by syllables.
Yeah.
No, it's just...
I'll tell you what, though, I was going to do a feature about this. It's funny you should say it. I was going to do a feature. My next feature I'd written down is how good the Telegraph is, the newspaper.
Yeah.
It's bloody brilliant.
I love it.
Because it's informative, it's impartial, it's research good. I think it's a lovely layout. The photography is brilliant.
Oh.
Do you know what? I like the bloody font.
I love
the bloody font.
Do you mind something else? I mean, you say it's sort of, if there's any bias at all, no, there isn't because it's apolitical, but I bloody love the Tory party.
Let's not go into it, but I just like the Tory, I just like the journalism and the way
the size of the paper.
I like the way they're fair. They'd never like, slag us off.
No. But also, I think it's because they understand that, we don't really care, and so we can't be blamed for anything they hear on the radio.
No.
It's not really our fault. It's more the sort of
anything we said that was like, a bit nasty or stupid was probably sort of like some clever sort of ironic postmodern.
Satire.
Play a record.
Yeah.
Brilliant Telegraph.
It's very fairly priced, don't you think?
I think it's too cheap.
I know.
The cult there. She sells Sanctuary. On XFM 104.9, I'm Ricky Gervais, with me Stephen Merchant and Karl Pilkington. Now, if the Telegraph are listening, and they're whoever it is, they're writing their article, and they're coming up with sort of words like cheap, smutty, lowbrow. Yeah. In our defence, could I just say that we're pandering to our listenership?
Yes.
I mean, this station without exception, the people who work here, the executives, the DJs, are alcoholics, drug users, sex offenders.
Check the register.
And we're trying to fit in with that for 2 hours a week. So we really have to sort of really bring it down.
Seriously dumbing down.
But if you want,
we should do our stuff.
We do our normals, like we talk about usually.
Tits.
Well,
No?
yeah.
Satire.
Yeah,
Satire is what you mean, political satire. Social and political satire.
Yeah.
If you listen any other week, that's what you would have heard.
well, me and Steve are sort of like quite, political animals and Proust.
Oh.
I love him.
Oh, I wish he'd resign as governor of France.
Have you read Martin Amos's new novel?
I love it.
It's so
Brilliant.
lovely.
It's very long.
Politics.
Politics, though. I mean, what do you make of politics, Rick?
Sorry, I was just planning on going to the English National Opera tonight to see.
To see
brilliant.
Tartuffe, yeah. Yeah.
Well, politics is brilliant. It's my favourite thing.
Say something satirical and comical about, say, John Prescott.
Oh, he's got... Stop eating pies, Prescott.
Oh, I wouldn't like to be him about now.
So that's the sort of
what do you
stuff.
make of George W. Bush? He's a bit stupid, isn't he?
Well, that's the dangerous thing. He's the most powerful man in the world, and I just think I hope he thinks about stuff he does first.
Oh, please. So that's sort of wise as well as comic.
I thought of something about Bush as well.
Go on.
But it's about his name and a woman's fanny.
Oh.
So I was going to bring those two together.
I think it's fine though. I think that's still quite highbrow because you've incorporated Bush.
Which meaning the president.
That means fanny as well.
So I think we're pleasing both.
We got both camps. Camp? That reminds me of something.
I know, yeah. So if you're listening to Telegraph.
Daily Telegraph, that is
brilliant.
Just sort of thing we're
You're
capable
brilliant.
Of. That's the sort of thing we're able to do.
Too many words for Carl. But what about some adverts?
I'd love to.
Buy the Telegraph. Black Rebel Motorcycle Club. Stop. On XFM 104.9. Well, if the Telegraph are listening, they'll be loving the music.
Oh, it's great music.
They'll be loving Knob News. Coming up, Telegraph, just keep listening because Monkey News is coming up. And should we do the results of Rockbusters, the worst quiz?
The best quiz.
Best quiz. On radio.
Do that shortly, although, probably you're thinking, Rick, isn't it time that we do our usual roundup of what's been happening in the news?
Yeah.
Which we always do every week.
Yeah.
We always do something. Basically, if you're listening and you're a new listener, say you work at a newspaper, we always try to be informative, just try and put stuff out there that just educates people, informs
What are you
people.
thinking? Well, I said Monkey News is coming up, but what have you got?
No, I was just looking on the net there and just found a couple of quite important news stories, probably worth mentioning. Policeman caught photographing. I don't know why it makes me laugh. It's just the phrasing, I suppose. It's the headline. Policeman caught photographing up woman's skirt.
No, he wasn't up there taking a picture of Big Ben.
No.
He wasn't going, can I just sit up here? I'm just going to take a picture of that seagull over there.
No.
He was facing the camera up a woman's skirt.
He was indeed.
Right.
A policeman in Japan is facing disciplinary measures after he was caught photographing up a woman's skirt with a hidden camera while on duty. The 42-year-old sergeant, who's not been named, used a digital camera to secretly snap the shots when the woman was reporting a stolen bicycle.
So he was actually
doing his proper job. He'd obviously thought to himself, I'll bring him a digital camera today. On the off chance a beautiful woman comes in to report a crime or robbery, I'll have it ready, I'll have it positioned, in such a way. But this is interesting. This is how he got caught. Okay? The woman became suspicious after she saw a flash go off.
brilliant.
I mean, this
Not a secret at all.
Sorry, did I just see your shoe? Your shoe just seemed to just spring into life there. It was light. There was light.
Yeah, I think I'd had someone set fire to some magnesium that was on the end of it. It won't happen again.
Well, it's only you and I in here, and your shoe was just suddenly lit.
Why are you standing like that? Why is your shoe just sort of like between my feet?
There's no reason. This is how I always stand.
What did the bike look like? Flash? So, are you taking pictures of my family?
No. And no, I'm not. And you should be wearing knickers anyway.
Well, how do you know that?
What?
How did you know I'm not?
How did I know what?
I'm not wearing any...
I didn't know you. I don't know what you've got up there.
Well,
I don't know what it looks like, and there's no way I could. Of course, it would be roughly that conversation in Japanese.
I know, yeah.
You know, you just mentioned there about sort of no knickers and that.
Is this going to be your Auntie Nora?
No.
Right.
It's just, like the last flat that I lived in, I always had a good view across the road and I could see, it was the hairy... There was a hairy Chinese kid. Not a hairy Chinese kid. He was just a Chinese kid, actually.
Yeah.
Because that's rare, isn't it? Hairy Chinese kids are very rare, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's only one official sighting, isn't there? In one of those shit little magazines that you buy.
Yeah, he was running around in his underpants.
You just swore ironically. I mean, I imagine if there's any newspapers listening, you did that because he's sort of jokey and...
Yeah, go on. Let's not swear.
And there was the old woman who didn't move. She was just sat there reading the book all the time.
Who we think possibly died and no one came round for weeks,
But now I've moved, right? And it was quiet for a bit. I always look at what view I'm getting, right? Looks across and it was just sort of empty, sort of flats ready for people to move in and that, right? Anyway, people are in there now, right? And they've put all the furniture in, but I haven't put any curtains up. Right? So anyway, I'm sort of washing up, just having a having a look out the window.
Yeah.
Right. Girl sort of wandering about, knickers on. Right.
With no knickers on.
You mean
No
naked?
knickers. Well, she had a bra on.
Right, okay.
But,
She's
no
probably
knickers.
looking for a knickers.
So I thought, and I don't know how long I was looking.
No.
Right. But anyway, she looks across.
Oh, God.
I think she spotted me.
Yeah.
I think, oh, God. I felt really bad.
Yeah.
I said to Suzanne,
Sorry, is this some sort of Peeping Tom confession while the Telegraph are listening?
I've no idea.
well, it's not, that's the thing though.
Peepington.
If I was peeping, she was peeping as well, because she was looking over. Works both ways, doesn't it?
Yeah, but yeah, all she could see of you was your bald head.
Yeah.
No, but
And your
this
hands
is it.
moving as you were washing up. And some white-looking substance frothing up.
Particularly stubborn stain on this glass.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Imagine that. Imagine if she looked across. I'm assuming your sink is lower than the window.
But didn't she just cover up or something? Or she looked back and go, oh, you looking up a funny?
Well, the thing I did,
What?
I thought, just sort of drop me boxer shorts. Because I
What?
thought, well, Suzanne said, what are you doing?
What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
No, just so they can see me cheeks of me.
What are you talking about?
No, because I thought, if she thinks I'm walking about in the nude as well, then we've both got something out of it.
Carl!
This sounds like a bad excuse in court.
I know.
This is
Or the plot of a film on Channel 5.
I mean, this is like the doctor who got done for exposing himself to a patient and then painted that little thing that you look down their throat pink.
Yeah.
And go, this is what they saw.
yeah.
No, so sorry, you were looking at a woman dancing around naked, right? So the only thing you could do was immediately drop your boxer shorts.
So she looked across, saw you fully clothed, saw you took your
No,
boxers
she
off.
wouldn't have done, because it's sort of just the top half and the sink's at a side angle, so I was sort of looking out.
So
This
she
is
wouldn't have
genius.
so she wouldn't have seen your trousers then anyway.
No, she did. I moved in front of the window.
So
more.
you then made them. You actually climbed in front of the.
Oh, this is amazing!
So you climbed in front of the window to show off.
No,
your
it wasn't
your naked
obvious.
lower half.
Suzanne said, what are you doing? And I
I bet
said,
she did.
What are you looking at?
I sent you in here to
What
clean
are
up.
you doing? I'm just taking my trousers down, stand over the window. Why? Because there's a naked woman across the road. What do you think I'm doing, Suzanne? I'm exposing myself while looking at some free fame.
leave it.
What's up with you, Suzanne?
leave it then, leave it.
Christ.
Are we doing Rockbusters? Or
Yeah.
Oh, she sent you in there to read up on Einstein. She comes in and finds that.
Oh, brilliant! Oh.
Wait a minute, can I just check? A final question. What did the woman across the way... What happened? What was her
I
reaction?
didn't look again. I just thought you've seen a bit of action as well. We're both happy. Let's leave it.
Brilliant.
So were you waddling around like a penguin with your trousers around your ankles?
I just was walking about, and Suzanne said, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'll explain to you in a bit, but don't look out the window because then it's
Excellent.
obvious."
Then he sees, she calls her husband to look at Carl walking around naked. He goes, oh, she's got a... Quick, Suzanne, get him out. There's only one with you can do. Get some more friends. They've gone one more.
Anyway,
Brilliant. Right, play a record and
So-
come back to Rockbusters. And Monkey News. We haven't got enough time to do Rockbusters. Oh, God almighty. Hanging around off Transformer. A little bit of Lou Reed. Nearly finished. 12 minutes until We Are No More.
But don't
Gervais.
forget, Monkey News still to come.
Well, yeah, don't forget that. Monkey News still to come. But now the answers to Rockbusters. Right, do the clues.
all right. The first clue was this vegetable started its life down under. The initials were KO. That was Collie Osborne. All right, Collie Osborne. The second one was...
No. What are we letting that go?
Yep, we haven't got time, Rick.
Well, it's just not the word.
We haven't got time, Rick.
Oh, so cauliflowers
So it's
don't start down under. They're on top. It's not like carrot.
No,
or
down under is in Osborne.
Osborne,
It was
born in Oz.
Osborne.
Right.
Collie. I thought you meant started. But her name's not
So-
Collie.
Right, the second one was the things that you normally find on the beach, right? They've been found floating around the moon. That's the space shells, right? Specials. We're going to just tweak it a bit.
This is rubbish. I mean, no, this isn't even funny though. I mean, they're no good at all.
Cryptic.
It's not
We always
cryptic. It's
say it's
wrong.
cryptic.
It's
We
not
always say it's
cryptic.
The last one was, well, if you put that many in the post, I'm surprised I didn't receive one.
Go on.
That's FC 50 cent. Right?
What?
50 cent. It was 50 cent. I didn't receive any, so he's...
Collie Osborne. Collie. Her name's not Collie. Her name is not Collie.
Doesn't matter.
Well
It doesn't matter.
Well done to Gina Ferry, who has emailed in. She's got all those answers right.
Yeah, just emailing your address and that.
Yeah, email that.
You're
in,
such
Gina.
an idiot, Carl.
As are you, Gina.
All right.
Loosen Your Hold by South. That's great. On XFM 104.9. Well, that's nearly it.
Rick, can I just say thanks to everyone who's emailed in over the weeks and months we've been on, because obviously we're too lazy to even send them a response or a reply, but we do appreciate
We do appreciate it. Same with all the letters and stuff that we can't.
Yeah, people send stuff in all the time and they say they like the show or they don't, or they contribute little ideas and stuff, and we do read them and we do appreciate it. It's just that we, when you've got someone like Karl Pilkington in the studio, you just need to pick his brain constantly and you've got no real time for admin. But thank you for sending in all the nice letters and responses and stuff.
Well, finally, we should let people know that next week, for the foreseeable future, it's Adam and Joe.
Brilliant.
They were brilliant, and they're standing in for us this time next week.
Well, you say standing in, but possibly replacing full-time unless Karl
Possibly.
Pilkington decides to change his mind and come back. What do you think, Karl? You've enjoyed today's show, I know.
Yeah, it's been all right.
Yeah, you attempted to come back when we finally return?
Maybe a little rest to make you sort of like forget how annoying I am.
No,
Because
because then it'll
that
just-
is my secret weapon. Sometimes, you know, because it's the thing that you can fleece a sheep as many times as you want, but you can only skin it once.
Sure.
So what I do is sort of like, I fleece you. I never actually completely lose a friend. I tease them and talk to them to the point where they're going to leave me, and I go, oh, anyway, how are you doing? They go, I'll sort of confuse them.
Yeah.
And that's what I've done with you today. And I think over the next couple of months, where I'm sort of nicer on the phone, I'm not squeezing your head, you'll go, he's all right, Rick. What?
Yeah,
and then I'll
and
get
then
you
I
back in
agree
it.
to it,
And then I'll
Yeah, exactly
absolutely rip you to pieces
I'll
again.
be dealing with.
So, but hopefully, and also, unlike a lot of my friends who are clever, I don't have to worry about you because you will forget. Because you've got a tiny little intellect. And
Exactly.
do you know what I mean?
You'll
Steve?
forget this conversation even took place.
Anyway, it's what everyone's been waiting for.
For the
It's what
last
Carl
time.
exists for the last time. It's monkey news.
Play the jingle.
Oh, chimpanzee that monkey news.
Right, are you familiar with 100th monkey?
Keep
The what?
talking.
100th monkey?
100th.
Yeah, like as in like, or more than 99.
100th.
Yeah.
The 100th monkey.
Yeah, are you familiar with that?
No.
No. Anyway, thanks. That was monkey
we'll
news.
leave that
Next
then.
week, Adam and Jet. What do you mean you're going to leave that?
Well, I thought it was a popular phrase or something.
What, 100th monkey?
Yeah.
What do you mean a popular phrase? What, why? What? Because you're going to do songs and phrases with it next week. We've said it once before, 100th monkey.
No, it's just, it says the expression 100th monkey.
Well,
Right,
do
that's
it anyway.
where it
What's the
comes from.
story?
Well, it's from the 1950s, right? And the way they got it because they were following some monkeys about, right? And they started
Who was?
journalists
Oh, yeah, why?
Oh, yeah.
just to see what they're up to.
Okay, so they're following some monkeys around, yeah.
What was it? What, a documentary?
Anyway, one of them
Come on!
Come on!
washed some potatoes.
Right, okay.
Right, let's leave that. Right, let's leave that one.
Come on!
A monkey washing potatoes?
Can we leave that one?
No,
No,
you cannot. It's
you've
about
got to do it now. They're following what is it? Sort of like a family. Is it a family of monkeys or a...
It was just one chimp and it was washing a potato and they thought that's a bit odd, right?
Yeah.
And then
yeah.
it turns out that ended up teaching another monkey
Yeah.
how to wash a potato.
No, they do it. They go down and wash them in the sea because they like the taste of salt. And
The weird thing is though,
they
when it
pass on.
got to the 100th monkey, right? Even though it hadn't been taught how to wash a potato,
Yeah.
it automatically knew what to do.
What do you
don't know what
mean?
you're talking
What do you
about.
mean?
It was in them. It was in them that they knew that when they get a potato, they had to wash it. That isn't the monkey news. I'm just saying that's where the expression come from. But you haven't even heard of that. So
Well, there's a couple of things there that it could be another upshot, and an instinct is part of your genetics as anything else.
Washing a potato.
But you can't pass on acquired characteristics, so that's nonsense. If you mean that someone was taught they had a child and it knew it, there's no chemical memory as such.
That's what's
So
weird
that
about
wasn't
it.
even
That's what's
monkey
weird.
news?
No, the monkey news. We've covered a lot of stuff. There was sad stuff, wasn't they?
Yeah.
There's some funny stuff in there.
Yeah. Do monkey
Playing
news.
robbers and that. Football team.
A monkey football team?
Yeah, in Costa Rica.
Oh, yeah.
Got all the team members here, right?
Right.
All the different things. Little goalkeeper. Apparently he's on transfer from some other club. But the bit that got me attention is, apparently he's a holder of PhD of physics. Do you want to have a look at that,
What,
please?
the goalkeeper?
Yeah, just the goalkeeper. The others haven't done that much.
The others haven't done that much. Well, I believe that he's got better exam results than you, Carl, but I don't believe he's got a PhD in physics. Obviously.
Do you know what the name of the team is? Coconuts.
Oh! So if the Telegraph are listening, that is the sort of quality entertainment you get. Well, you don't anymore.
Let's just put a song on then.
Yeah, that's the end. Goodbye, everybody.
what do you
Have
want to
a
leave?
have a lovely summer.
Yeah, have
the
a
rest
great
of
time.
it, and we might see you in October. We might not. It's up to Karl Pilkington.
Chances are
So
slim.
call 0207 766 6000. Ask for Karl Pilkington.
Or email him.
What's this?
Or
This is Tim Buckley to end with. I think you'll enjoy this. It's called Once I
Andrew
Was.
Phillips. Call Andrew Phillips.
See ya.
I've got that feature Educating Ricky, which is a bit of a play on words as well. Right? Do you know the film, Steve?
Educating Rita.
Yeah.
I see what you've done. I see what you've done. Go
I'm
on.
doing that, and I teach Ricky stuff.
What do you teach me, Carl?
Well, I've got a few different topics.
Go on.
Do you know, like how you taught me about Hitler and Che Guevara and Winston Churchill? Mm-hmm. I'm going to come in with topics every week, and this week I've got
Ghosts.
hanging bacon is one of the topics.
Say that again.
Hanging bacon.
Hanging bacon.
All the
Francis
titles.
Bacon.
No, all the titles are sort of named to sort of tease you and get you more interested in it.
Hanging bacon. Well, you've certainly intrigued.
Go on, what's another title one?
Hairy Chinese kid.
I'd go for that one.
If there was a university degree with that title.
Yeah, no, I'm going to go for Hairy Chinese Kid, I
And the
think.
final one,
Yeah.
Alien gives man a beard.
Right.
Alien gives man a beard.
I am going to burst. Right, listen, Carl, you've got to tell me. Right, first, right, let's do it in
No,
reverse
we're
order.
not going to do it now anyway.
What do you mean? We've got to do it now. I mean, this is the first interesting thing you've said in an hour. Okay, the listeners have just been subjected to rubbish and mistakes and everything for the last 6 months. Please, we've got to do Alien Gives Man a Beard. What is that? Tell us that.
Right.
Sorry, this is just you telling me something, is it? This feature is you telling me something.
I'm teaching you something. Educating Ricky.
So are we playing it now? We're already into this feature. Well into this feature, are we?
Yeah, I suppose we are, yeah.
Should there not be a jingle or something?
Yeah, can we have a
Well, there's no
jingle?
point, because look, I come up with ideas and you dismiss them straight away, so I'm not wasting my time making stuff.
Right.
If you don't like
well, okay,
it.
let's play Educating Ricky.
Right.
Brilliant. Go. Right.
Right, so-
Ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling.
Educating Ricky.
Right, what are we going for then? Hanging the bacon, Hairy Chinese kid, Alien Gives Man a Beard.
I think Alien Gives Man a Beard.
I'd like to do that.
Right, there's this fella, I think it happened in America, and he saw a bright light in the sky. And
God, if you're bored.
he stood there.
This is a true story, is it?
Yeah. He stood there,
Yes, of course it isn't, Steve.
and he saw this bright light, and it came closer and closer, and it was a UFO, right?
Yep.
And he looked at it, and it disappeared, right? And he gets back in his car,
He looks in the mirror.
and he looks in the mirror.
Yep.
He's only got a beard.
He hasn't.
You sure it wasn't someone else who got in the car and he was still standing out there?
Right?
What?
And it turned out,
Yeah.
he got home and said to his wife or his girlfriend, it's a bit weird. So I just got out of the car to look at a bright light, and I got back in the car, I grew a beard, and she said, never mind your beard, where have you been for 3 days? And what had happened is,
He passed out because he was pissed.
no, the UFO had taken him for 3 days,
Yeah.
but he'd only thought that he'd only looked at it and it went away.
Yeah.
But what had happened is, he took him, and
Yeah.
he grew a beard because he hasn't had a shave.
Right, okay. I mean, was Will Smith or Tommy Lee Jones anything to do with this at all? Did you see this on a video maybe and thought it was an educational film?
No, it's from a book that some kind person sent in to me. here.
Can I just ask again, just again, I'm just throwing this right back at you. Do you think there's any other possible answer here? Right? A man is absent for 3 days from home.
He's grown a
the length
beard.
of time that it could take to grow a beard, lest we forget. What if he hadn't actually seen a bright light in the sky?
What if he was lying? What if he was lying?
He'd got knocked unconscious. He'd had a car crash.
Just
any
lying.
number of other
No,
things.
just lying.
Or he was just lying.
Yeah, he'd been on a bender, getting pissed for 3 days
and that
with
was
his
his
mates.
excuse to his wife.
And they went, Dennis, what are you going to tell your wife?
Well, wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
You're not going to believe I was out with you, lads.
Just say you're only away for a minute. No, I wasn't away from it because of the beard. Oh yeah, look, it looks like you've been out for 3 days. Well, we have. That's
Exactly.
right. Okay, we've got to cover that then. Alien abduction.
Great one.
Okay, let's try that.
Do you see? That's a little scenario there that could have been played out.
So, when you say educating Ricky, what have I learnt from this? Never listen to you again. That's all I've learnt so far. Never listen to you.
Yeah, we'll add a little bit more in here, right? To
Well,
spice this
no,
up.
what do you mean add a little bit more?
We'll add a bit more to this what I'm educating you about.
Go on.
Right? There's only a law in America that says if you touch a UFO, you're going to get done. Now, why would they make a rule? I don't know that. Do you know, like, all their rules have a code?
Carl, I genuinely do not know what you're talking about.
Right. Do you know, like, how here they might have...
Do you know
I
what?
have no idea.
Right.
Okay.
Do you know, like, over here...
I'm listening to Capital and these headphones. I got Foxy on from yesterday.
Right, let's bin that.
No way, it's great.
I want to hear about Airy Chinese Kid.
Let's play a tune. And
Okay,
then come
play a
back
tune,
with
come back with
Airy
Chinese Kid, definitely.
Some doors.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
just thought I'd go back, take it back to the 60s. This is a tune that a friend of mine sent
If
me.
you touch a UFO, you get done.
Soul Kitchen from the Doors.
Shambles today, this.
Right, okay, educating Ricky. What have we got? Airy Chinese Kid, go on.
Right, yeah. This is the... I didn't want to do this.
What do you mean you want to do it?
Well, I wanted to give you three, and I gave you one. It was like the alien man gets a beard or whatever.
Yeah,
And-
which was total rubbish, so this one should be better, maybe.
Hairy Chinese kid. Right, well, we've talked about hairy people in the past.
True enough.
Haven't we?
Yeah.
You know, the little kids who grew up in woods and hung around with wolves and that.
Yeah, again, you're confusing it. Yeah, they're not, there were some people that were born very hirsute. They were not the people who were brought up with wolves.
Yeah.
You just put that together in your Homer Simpson type mind.
Right, well, this is like a sort of close to that sort of story. But the weird thing is, right, Chinese people aren't that hairy as a nation. No, seriously, that's a well-known fact. They don't have that much body hair and stuff.
Okay.
So this little kid who was born over there, he was like covered in stuff.
Was he?
And it was only his nose that wasn't hairy. The rest of his body was caked in hair, right? And his hair sort of
What
grew.
sort of hair was it? Was
Thick hair.
No, what I mean is, was it sort of like a pony's mane, so he just looked like an Ewok? You know what I mean? Just like hanging down sort of straight, dark hair.
In the picture, it looked like it grows
was it
from his
downy?
eyebrow. It grows from his eyebrows quite thick, and then it just goes all the way over
You
his
don't
head.
think it was just really long eyebrows that he'd done a comb over?
No, it was all over his body. It had a picture of like his back and that.
Yeah.
And
Had he styled it? Had he styled it at all? Did he have it in a quiff or?
no, it was just
hanging everywhere.
all over him.
Yeah.
And they were like, you know, this is a bit weird happening in China, where we're not normally that hairy.
That was the scientist speaking there.
Yeah.
And the local press and that were getting him down, calling him Monkey Boy and all this.
Oh,
And
thinking Chinese press.
but the doctor,
Yeah. Oh.
They're cruel, aren't they?
The
It's like those game shows. That's Japanese, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's what, yeah.
and the doctor said,
Was Carl talking through all that time while we were just like talking to each other then? Because I turned round and I still saw he was talking.
So anyway, the local press came in to see the hairy boy, the monkey
yeah,
boy.
and they were like being tight and taking the mickey out of him. And the doctor said,
Showing him nuts.
he's only hairy. Said he's a healthy young kid. The only faults he's got is he's got a little bit of eczema and a boil. And he said everybody should just treat him the same. And I think he grew up a healthy kid. Yeah, so that's the.
That's the end of the story.
That's not a story.
Why?
But I've got nothing. I don't know what to say to that. So someone in China was born slightly hairier than the rest, and he was normal apart from eczema and a boil. That to me isn't a story. But if it is, I've got a million. I mean, It's sort of like, bloke from Manchester, went a bit bolder than the rest, got a job on radio. It was normal. I mean, that's not a story, is it?
Because my auntie Nora, she same thing, pumped her with loads of drugs. She used to have a cabinet next to the bed is like boots. She's got loads of stuff, right, for all sorts of stuff. And I mean, she's not that old, but she's on loads of stuff, right?
She's a bit coked up, is she?
She called up my mum once. And,
yeah, you told us this. Go on, tell it again.
And she said, "Oh, how are you doing?" And that. She's all right. Bit worried though. My mum said, "Why? What's up?" She said, "I've been breaking wind." So she goes, "Well, you know." She says, "No, but this one is going on and on and on." And she was like, she was like, what do you say? What's like passing wind, farting for 5 minutes. one thing, not like, you know, trumping and then nothing.
Yeah.
Continuous
drone of a fart.
Yeah.
I don't think she had... How big was she? She must be the size of a barn.
No, she's not that big. She's good for her age.
No, but I mean...
Quite slim.
No,
It's
but
just-
fine for 5 minutes. Where's all the gas? Was she circular breathing? Was she sucking it in with her mouth?
It was just, I don't know that much about it. But she called up my mum. About 2.5 minutes in.
Could you hear it in the background?
2.5 minutes in!
2.5 minutes in, she called my mum up, and it went on for a further 2.5 minutes.
Oh. And she just stayed on the phone, did she?
Where was...
Going,
well,
can you hear that?
Well,
Did she hold the phone next to her arse? Listen to that.
She was off the
I'm
ground.
trying to work a tune down.
she was actually hovering. She was 4 foot off the ground when they found her, the ambulance men.
The cat's dead.
Don't light a match! Don't light that cigarette!
Yeah, it's like that advert. The kids come home from school, switch on the light.
Yeah. Then they see Granny hovering, turn the light on.
Be careful if you have an elderly woman at home.
Yeah. Drugs make you fart.
so that's what I'm saying, you know, just let these people...
What are you saying? No, wait a minute, what are you saying?
I'm saying let people enjoy the life they've got left.
No, you're not. You're saying don't put them in hospital, leave them at home to die.
No, I'm not.
Give them a Rubik's Cube and let them die.
I'll tell
That's what you're saying.
Yeah, I'll tell you something now, right? Steve, I'll tell you something. I didn't want to do it because it brings the show down, but she did die.
Who, the blue-handed lady?
Yeah.
How do you know?
Because I said to my dad, how's the woman next door? She said, oh, she went last night. They've got an old fella in there now.
God.
So, there you go. So, wouldn't it have been better to leave her at home where her friends and family can call and speak to her, even nip that round if they want, you know, with a cat, I imagine.
No, it's definitely a cat now. What was that cat's called that you imagine?
Probably, I'm seeing like a big ginger one, so I don't know, something like, I don't know, maybe ginger or whatever. Maybe I had a budgie. But that's what I'm saying, just let him enjoy his life, because dying in hospital, I wouldn't like to do it. If I went to the doctors and they said, you haven't got long life left, I'd say, well, I'll stay at home.
Yeah.
And that's the point I'm getting at.
Yeah.
Right? If you can't do anything for them, let them enjoy their life.
Yeah, a Rubik's Cube.
Right. Well, me and Carl went out, right? With me and Jane, Carl and Johnny and Gigi, wasn't it?
Gigi,
Is it important to win?
No.
Okay.
But we're walking on the street. Carl was there, though, and he can back me up on this. We had a curry. We were walking back, and this little funny homeless fella, didn't he?
Mm.
He, I got to tell it before I go, didn't he?
Yes.
He came up to me, right? And he recognised it. And he came up to me and he went, oh, he said, I've just nicked 5 of your DVDs from HMV. And he shook my hand. He was so happy with it. And I went, right, excellent. He went, all I do is I just swing the bag over the top. Like that when I'm going out, and he had a bag full of DVDs, didn't he? And he was so pleased to tell me that he'd stolen. Isn't that great?
He said they're going like hotcakes.
Yeah, he said they're going up, of course they are.
Yeah, you're nicking them.
Yeah. I know. We get paid for them, though, don't we?
So not the stolen ones?
Don't we?
No. What do you mean? Did you sign them for him? I know you idiot. What? So he just nicked 5.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
you say he was homeless, was he?
Well, he don't know. Maybe.
No.
Surely, how would he have seen the show? He'd just walked past Curry's one
Dixon's.
morning.
Yeah. That's any
Seen
idea.
a trailer for it. I thought, interesting.
I don't know if he was homeless. I didn't go into his home
Sure.
life.
He shook his hand though, and
But he made Carl look smart. Do you know what I mean? So, how does he sell them? Where does he sell them? Does he go to people and go, do you want an Office DVD? They're not nicked.
yeah,
£4.
yeah, exactly. Are these stolen? No.
No. They've still got the tags on them.
Well, it's like those people who, those cab drivers that you'll meet at sort of 3 a.m. who've just got a car,
Yeah.
and just went out with a car,
Yeah.
and just I'll pick people up and charge them.
Yeah.
I got in one once. I said to him, the guy just pulled up. I said, he said I was in like East London. I'm going back to North London. I said, going to Swiss Cottage. He went, sure, hop in. We set off. He went, do you know the way? I said, well, not really, no. I thought you know the way. You're in a cabbie. He went, no, don't really know the way there. I said, have you got an A to Z? He went, no. I thought, well, if you're going to go out just on the, just winging it as a cab driver,
Yeah.
2 things: take a map and a torch. He didn't have
Yeah.
either. He said, well, I'll probably get to Camden. I said, well, I'll direct you from there. Drove on for about 5 minutes, making conversation. About 5 minutes later, he went, do you know the way to Camden? I thought you knew the way to Camden. I don't really know the way. I thought you did.
Oh.
It was lewd. I mean,
Let me out. £4.
Exactly. And that's, I don't know who's got that sort of time on their hands that they just think it's 3 a.m. I'm at a loose end. I think I'll go out doing a bit of cabbing.
Wow. Yeah.
Because your dad was a cabbie, wasn't he?
Yeah, it was, yeah. Couldn't stand it, but it's good money.
He was he wasn't like a chancer though.
What was he doing when he put that little Forrest Gump in a weedy bin?
That was part of the cab company thing. They had to do like a charity event once a year, and he did it one year. Never asked him again.
Tell us the story again.
I'd rather not, because we got a few sort of complaints about it.
Why? Why did you get complaints about it?
Because he put a kid in a bin, and it's not the thing to do. So,
but we could use it as a sort of sobering lesson for people.
Yeah, tell it like a you shouldn't do it.
Nah, yeah, but that's how I did it last time, but people still didn't like it. All the stuff I tell you, we don't take the mickey out of people on purpose.
No.
It's real life, isn't it? And that goes on in life.
Yeah.
My dad was saying that in hospital, though. Do you know I was in hospital?
Yeah.
He did some jokes about old people and that. And he said, at the end of the day, if something makes you laugh, it's funny. And if it makes you laugh, you can't help laughing, can you? Do you know what I mean? So, what are you meant to do? And laughing's good for you.
Yeah.
So,
But being laughed at isn't as good for you, is it?
No, but there's probably more people laughing at one person. So if you balance it out, there's only one person who's upset and there's a bunch of people laughing. So it's
Jesus. Give me an example of that. Give me an example.
Well, for instance, Karl Pilkington as he talks and the people listening.
Yeah. No, give me an example of
I can't, because again, that's what I'm saying. I can't tell you the story because there might be someone out there who, this person might even be listening and think, I forgot about that and you brought it all back to me.
Yeah.
So I'd prefer to leave it, but I think people know.
Why did he put him in the bin in the first place?
Because he was getting out of hand.
What was he doing though?
You see, I can't explain.
You can't. Don't be silly.
I prefer to leave it, honestly.
What was he doing? Was he annoying him?
He was annoying my dad and the other people in the cab.
Right.
And he thought, how can I deal with this before it gets too out of hand?
Yeah.
He pulled over and put the lad in a wheelie bin.
I'm gonna embarrass.
So we'll leave that.
Some people emailed in the songs with stories in it. One of them was Babushka, and he went, what's that? And I went, that's Katie Bush. I went, what is it? I said, it's about a woman who dresses up as another woman to seduces her husband. He went, they wouldn't work. Just dismissed it like that. Why do you think it would work?
Because you'd know. I mean, say like, right, Suzanne, right, who I go out with, right? She can see me from, say, if I'm coming down the high street.
Yeah.
She knows it's me by the way I walk.
Right.
So just the fact that this woman went and put a wig on, there is no...
You haven't even heard the song!
I know, but you're saying that she put a disguise on and he's like, oh, I fancy her, and he takes her out and he doesn't know it's his missus.
You're not buying it.
I mean, I'm controlling this.
Whereas the flea with your brain going to Glasgow, perfect sense. Yeah. Babushka, rubbish.
Carl, can we have the tomato story after the next tune?
Yeah.
Bit of Coldplay?
Yeah, love it.
Yeah. Coldplay. The Scientist on XFM 104.9. Right. Competition, isn't it?
No, it's Educating Ricky Part 2.
Oh, is it?
Yep.
I wasn't even listening. He's doing all the work, I wasn't even listening. I want to spill some water down that. Right, what's this one again then?
Right.
What's the teaser headline?
Teaser headline is, What's Tomato with You?
Brilliant.
Yeah?
Go on.
How excited were you when you came up with that? You couldn't wait to come in and tell us, could you?
I think it's a good one because you won't forget it now, will you? I mean, like the worm one. What's so special about the worm?
A lot of people think that if you cut a worm in half, 2 worms will grow, but no. What happens is if you cut the head end slightly nearer the tail than the tail will die, but the worm with the head will be okay. So, It's exploded a myth and taught me something.
Right, so the second one, part 2 of educating Ricky. What's tomato with you?
Yeah.
What this one's about is, ages ago.
This is scientific.
There's never a date. There's never a country, a location.
Okay, settle down, children. This is A-level history. Right.
Once upon a time.
Yeah. When a mental place with swords was a king, forget his name, but he was a loony. So, and it was literally ages ago. Yeah. So, good luck in the exam. Yeah.
Right. So, like, you know, alright, many years ago.
Oh, yeah, cleared that up. Go on.
They thought tomatoes were poisonous. Right?
Okay.
Because what
Hold on, are they going to be proved wrong at the end of this story?
Well,
because I don't want to give away the ending, but is it something to do with are they poisonous tomatoes?
No.
Oh, you're having a laugh.
I don't believe it.
Go
on.
They could have been eating tomatoes all this time.
Oh, Steve, what's tomato with you anyway?
Okay, so wait a minute.
Let's
just recap quickly. Many years ago, when people thought tomatoes were poisonous.
Yeah.
Go on,
Well, they didn't know they were poisonous then because they were still eating them. But what was happening?
But they're not poisonous.
But hang on a minute.
All right, and it's not. I'm just going to listen. I'm not even going to talk.
I'm not going to tackle it anymore.
If you remember, years ago they didn't have like pottery plates. They had lead plates. Right?
What are you talking?
Just let him talk.
Sorry, what year is this?
Let him talk.
Come on.
Plates made out of lead, and what they'd end up doing, they'd say, right, do you want a tomato? And they'd go, yeah, all right. And they'd put the tomato on the lead plate and cut it. And because of the acid in the tomato, right, it would sort of make the lead runny, and the lead would go into the tomato, and they'd say, oh, it's lovely this, and they'd be eating it. They'd get food poisoning, lead poisoning, what have you, and they'd be really ill. So they thought tomatoes were poisonous, so they didn't eat them for many years.
And when you say they, do you mean the people of Narnia?
Yeah, this didn't happen.
Where was this happening?
Sort of in Britain and that.
You put him on the spot there. Oh, I hope there's no uppity pupils at this school when they go, what do you mean, sir? Oh, if you're going to... Oh, I'm fed up with you.
Do you understand?
No.
So the
No, you've got... No, right, okay, first of all, Carl, where'd you get this information from?
Where did
14
I get
times
that?
as well?
Do you know...
You can't remember?
I don't know where I got that from. I don't know where I got it from. But why don't you think that makes sense?
But what? Someone once got lead poisoning from a tomato?
Not just one, loads, and then all of a sudden... No.
Why is this educating me?
Because I'm telling you that tomatoes...
I can't take anything away from this. I don't know what to take away from this. What have I learned? What have I learned? Don't mix lead with tomatoes. Why is this educational in any shape or form? What are you telling me? A long time ago in the land of Glunk, right, where the ninnies did slib, right, they thought tomatoes were poisonous because they ate plates of lead. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but we all know tomatoes aren't poisonous.
Is that what we're taking from the story? Is that the moral of the story? Don't believe these people that I'd never heard of before. What are you talking about, Carl?
I think it's a bit weird.
It's a bit weird, yeah.
It's the same people that were spreading those malicious worm rumours.
My hangover's coming back. I've got to get some water. Play a record that was rubbish.
I'll tell you something I do know.
Go on.
Right? But I can't really get a question out of it.
Go on, just tell us.
There's a shadow somewhere.
It's already good, isn't it?
I'm loving it already.
No, right. There's a shadow. I think it was in America.
Yeah.
And it's on a quiet road. I'm guessing somewhere like Boston. That's what you mentioned.
Okay.
Right?
No.
Somewhere like Boston. And people at night used to see this shadow moving about. And they'd go, what's that? Right? And it got known, the town, the little local town got known for this shadow, but it didn't cause any problems.
What are you talking about?
Well, it was like,
you lost me.
What are you talking about?
Do you know, like some places get famous, like Scotland's got the Loch Ness Monster and that, but it doesn't cause any. Yeah. But it doesn't cause any problems.
It doesn't exist. Go on.
Right. So there's this shadow walking about on the road.
What do you mean? No. What's he again? Rubbish.
Right. So it's
nonsense. Where did you read this? Where did you see this?
About this was on the internet, and I'm sure...
sorry, sorry. Right. I thought it was shite. I didn't know it was on the internet.
Right, so this shadow is moving about and...
independently of an object.
Yeah, and the local mayor and that is like, yeah, it's a bit weird, but it's not harming anyone.
The mayor involved!
Was he elected to that post?
Hey, Mayor, we got a problem down here. Seems like a shadow. Well, it's not causing any. No, it's just
causing any problems.
Yeah, go on.
But that's the thing. It was left for years, and then it did start causing problems.
I see. That's it. If you leave these shadows to go unchecked, Rick, they go crazy.
Yeah.
You let them run amok in the city.
Yeah.
You've got to stand
What did it do?
on
What did it
Roman
do?
shadows.
What did the shadow do?
It was pushing people off the bikes.
It was what?
It was pushing people off the bikes.
Oh,
I'll find out more for that next week. Right, that'll tease
oh,
them.
you're a maniac.
We'll do more on that. We haven't had time for educating.
Please never have children.
Right, listen.
You're
Just promise me now you'll never have kids.
Okay. It's not his fault. Let me have it's not his fault. You got to save this. This has got to teach me something. It'll be an interesting story.
Right, it's not his fault. This fella.
Yeah. What year? Ages ago?
Olden times?
I'd say in the 70s.
Okay.
Would you? Any evidence for that?
And,
Does he wear flares in the story?
Right,
Is that your reason?
no, it's a bit like Yuri Geller, this fella, right? Where he's electric.
He's electric.
And, if he walks past the telly would fizz.
Uh-huh.
If he walked past the radio, it all goes like that.
Ooh.
His hair stuck up all the time. And he'd be having a bath and everything would be alright, and then the power would sort of switch on in his body, and the electric in his body made him jump out of the bath. So...
What do you mean so? What is that so? What does that so mean? You've given us nothing. You've given us nothing.
You'd have to at least give us the scientific explanation.
Yeah.
Electric eels have 400 volts in them.
Oh, is this the running away again?
What was that one called?
Yeah, but
It's not his vault.
But there's a reason not his fault. It's not his fault. I thought it was going to be something about keeping it safe.
I think we should do these the other way round. I
It's
think you
not
should
his
tell
fault.
us the story and then we'll hear the pun.
It's not his fault. It's not his fault.
Right, let's leave it.
Play a tune.
Forget it.
Educating Ricky.
Bin it. We're not doing it.
No, we are.
Right, anyway, Rockbusters.
Yeah, go on.
I give a cryptic clue
Yeah.
and a letter, and it makes up a band.
He
Right?
never said the word cryptic a few months ago. I love it. Do you know what I mean? I feel it's like our own little Eliza Doolittle.
Yes.
Right, even Richard will like this one. Mm-hmm. Here we go then. First one. There's three of them,
Go on.
and you email in.
If this doesn't turn Dickie round, nothing will.
This is an email-only competition.
Email only. Right, here's the first one. Initial is B, so it's
B.
a band starting with B.
Okay.
And the cryptic clue is, I don't like them birds, they shouldn't be allowed in this area.
I don't like them birds. They shouldn't be allowed in this area. Next one.
Right, the next one. He doesn't like women, yet he's got a couple of kids. That's a bit weird.
Is that a cryptic clue or is that just
Is that just a thought?
a general point?
Is that yeah?
That's the cryptic clue.
Okay.
And the initials there are PD.
Okay.
And the last one,
Oh, got that one. That's terrible. That's terrible.
Okay, quickly.
Oh, God.
and the last one is that bloke who does.
Come on!
He's making me laugh.
Come on, Carl. Be professional.
Right, the last one. Right. I can't do it. It's making me laugh.
Oh, come on. I'll come and read them then.
No, hang on.
Come on, Carl.
Right, here we go.
They don't do this on Blockbusters on TV, do they?
No, come on.
Right. That bloke who does sport on telly. He's got a little kid, right? Initials DC.
What? Is that, was
I'm
that the
completely
clue?
confused by that.
Was that the clue?
Yeah, that bloke who does sport on telly.
Yeah.
He's got a little kid. Initials DC.
Okay, is that a band? Or an artist?
It's well, I'm not
A
going to tell you.
cheese.
I'm not
This is
gonna
a
tell you.
well-known sandwich. Is it? What is it? Is it a band or an
Right,
artist?
so just quickly recap. That's
Okay.
it's a
Come
B.
on, Carl.
Right,
Come on.
quick recap. The first one is B. I don't think them birds should be around in this area. Right, that's B. Right. Second one, he doesn't like women, yet he's got a few kids. It's a bit weird. That's PD. And the final one, that bloke who does sport on the telly, he's got a little kid. Right. DC.
All right, and it's ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk if you want to enter for Hellraiser.
Oh, I'll tell you what, continue to do a little theme of like some old stuff people haven't heard of. If you're under 30, you probably never heard of this band. It's also a new thing I want to introduce. It's Show Up Camfield. Camfield talks the talk, he doesn't walk the walk. He doesn't play some rock classics on his show because he's scared. I'm going to play the tracks that Camfield's too scared to play. This is Kansas and Carry On Your Wayward Son, alright?
Yeah.
Right, okay, Educating Ricky, part 2.
Right. I'm committed to this treatment.
Yeah.
Is one.
I've got to go for that one.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Or the other one is the police are causing a bit of a stir.
He still says it like it's the best thing he's ever come up with, which in a way is.
It could be. Right, go on then. I'm committed to this treatment.
Right. Do you know the saying...
Is it just sayings now? Are they all sayings? This
No, they're not.
Okay.
No, the other one isn't. Frog in your throat?
The saying, there's a frog in your throat?
Yeah.
I assume it's when you croak a little bit. You sound like a frog.
No. Right. Might seem a bit weird, this one, right? But years ago...
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, well, what is that clue? Committed to this treatment?
It's about frogs committed.
It probably works better with a K and an ER written down.
Well, also, if you pronounced it committed,
yeah.
but not committed.
Committed to this treatment! Right, go on then.
That's genius.
So, yeah.
Well, what?
You go to the doctors and you go with throat hurting a bit.
Right.
And what they did ages ago...
Ages ago? What year was this approximately?
We are going back quite a bit with this one.
Oh, okay, go on.
And the doctor would say...
Did history. Imagine years ago. Go on.
And the doctor would say, right, keep your mouth open and I need to look at your tonsils. And the jaw would ache a bit because they weren't as quick back then because they didn't have the technology and stuff and they'd have to like stare at it and study it and stuff. And like they get an achy jaw, right?
Keeping their mouth open.
Yeah, like you get,
Yeah.
you eat a Mars bar or whatever. So they'd sat there and they used to always close their mouth and it used to annoy the doctor. Right?
Oh.
So what they did, they used to get a toad
Right.
and put it in the mouth.
Rubbish.
Okay, keep talking. Keep talking.
And that way they couldn't close their mouth because either they'd squash it,
Right.
or apparently you're not allowed to lick a toad's back.
So the doctor would have them for breaking the law?
No, but it's poisonous, right? A toad's back. You should never lick a toad's back.
Or put it in your mouth, really.
Oh, just stop for a second.
Wait. What?
Can I just ask one question?
Go on, yeah,
just
go on.
ask one question.
I've got a few, but go on.
Sure. My initial thought is, it sounds like a brilliant bit of sort of medical knowledge there. It's a great idea.
Yeah.
My only thought is, how does the doctor see past the toad?
Yeah.
At your tonsils?
What's he actually looking at with the mouth open? Surely the toad is
Isn't
in
it
the
like hopping
way.
around in the way?
It didn't say.
Sorry, and my first question is, was this on the internet?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Carl, that is bollocks. That is, I mean...
Well, all right then. Let's turn this round. Where does the saying, you got a frog in your throat come from?
Probably because you sound a bit croaky. Probably that. Probably because you sound a little bit like a frog when you've got a sore throat.
Carl, did you not question it just for a moment when you read it? Just for a second, didn't you think, that seems an odd approach? Firstly, why a frog, of all the different
Because
species?
it's poisonous. A toad.
So a toad, so it's a toad as well.
Yeah, well, it worked. I'm committed. Worked.
No,
my point is it's frog in the throat.
I was going to change it to, have you heard the news Toad Day? But I went with the frog.
Oh, God!
Right, so
that's
think
rubbish.
about it.
So that's rubbish. Next, can I have,
Let's play a tune, let's come up with the
God.
last one. Can I just say... No, just play it.
Yeah?
Yo, Carl. Right, okay, right, the results of,
We ain't got a winner for the first time.
Yes, we have. We've got
done this
loads.
feature for...
We've got loads of winners.
No, we haven't. We've done this feature for 3 weeks. This is the first time I've managed to sort of...
What?
Well, let's go through them then.
What have they got wrong?
The first one.
The first one?
What was the
first one?
correct-
Yeah, the first one.
Well, hang on, let's do them in reverse order first. So what's the last one?
The last one, the clue was, that bloke does sport on the telly and he's got a little kid.
What's that?
That's Destiny's Child. Des, who does ITV Sport,
that's
has got a
terrible,
tiny
man.
child, right? No,
That's terrible.
that's fine, they got that.
Okay, Destiny's Child. What's the
Tiniest
middle one?
Right, the middle one.
child.
The second one was, he doesn't like women, yet he's got a couple of kids. That's a bit weird.
Yeah.
Right? That was PD, that was Puff Daddy.
That is offensive. Go on.
But it's not Puff Daddy. It's Puff Daddy. And he's not even called that anymore. He's called P. Diddy.
Well...
Okay, fair enough.
But they got that one.
Yeah, yeah.
And if I'm being tight, these lot are as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tight means something in Manchester. Go on.
Right? And the first one that they're having problems with, I don't think them birds should be allowed in this area.
Got it. Boyzone.
It's not Boyzone.
What's the clue again?
I don't think them birds should be allowed in this area.
That is perfect. A boy zone. No birds.
No women.
No women, yeah, birds, right? A boy zone. Sorry, Carl. If that isn't the answer, their clue is better than yours. That is brilliant. What was yours? Boy zone, it works perfectly.
What's your answer then?
Bangles.
I have no idea what that means.
Like seagulls. So you don't want them in this area, so you're banning them. Bangles.
Oh! Well, give it to Boyzone, because Boyzone's better. Don't use birds being loud in this area, it's a Boyzone.
I think we should have a rollover. Carl beat them. Carl beat them. You have to use his logic, surely.
But theirs works. You can't do what am I thinking. No, that's not what I'm thinking. It perfectly. It works perfectly. I think you've got to give it to the ones that got the Boyzone.
Well, how about, right, because they didn't actually get into my head and my way of thinking,
heaven
right?
forbid.
How about we just keep back the David Attenborough, and they can have, I'll chuck in the Hellraiser, right?
Okay.
And Blondie album and the Madness one.
Okay, pick a winner at random.
Pick a winner, Steve.
I'm going to give it to Paul Sloman, who got those answers, and he also says, P.S. Carl, you're a moron. So, I'm giving that to Paul, and good luck to him.
Right, well,
He's got a crazy night tonight. If we can rush these over to him, he's got a cracking Saturday night.
Well, if I'm a moron, I might get your address wrong when I send them to you.
Ooh. Coming right back at you, Paul.
Yes. Right, well, do you know what happened to me on the way in?
Go on.
A homeless person called me a dickhead.
How did he know? Do you know him? Is that why?
He's like the local big issue fella.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And he knows me, he sees me walking up and down the street.
Oh, that's how he knew you.
Right. So normally I have a bit of a chat with him and that. And I walk past him. And, I can be a little bit cheeky with him, because I've been cheeky with him in the past with stuff.
You pinched his arse.
No, just, saying stuff like, God, you're always there. I mean, you got home to go to and stuff like that.
Yeah,
no,
just breaking the ice. Go on.
He knows, and he'd laughed at that, right, last time, so I thought I can be a bit cheeky, right? So he goes, do you want a big issue? I said, no. He said, come on, I've got loads of them, right? So I sort of said, when I was a kid, and I used to do a free paper around the free papers one, I said, just put them in the bin and go home, right? And he went, yeah, but how am I going to get any money doing that, you dickhead?
You see, I can see his point. He is homeless and having to sell newspapers to get 50p or a quid or whatever.
Yeah, and sometimes I treat him, right? And today I didn't have any money. I had a takeaway last night, and I normally give them a quid, and I felt bad not being able to do that because I didn't have any money on me last night.
Right.
I couldn't look him in the eye.
Did you explain this to the homeless person, the traumas of the takeaway without the tip? Did you explain that, you've had it hard as well? I go, look, you don't
I had food delivered to my warm flat.
Yeah,
it was a nightmare.
You don't know what that's like. You don't know what the trauma is, because you can't have food delivered to your flat because you haven't got one. So please don't look at me like that. You should have said.
But most people ignore him. At least I gave him a bit of acknowledgement and sort of...
took the mic.
Yeah.
I didn't think I was being friendly.
No, I know.
You got to be careful with the homeless, because this is true, and when the clocks went back recently, so you got an extra hour in bed.
Yeah.
And I was at Cash Point with a friend of mine, and there was a homeless person sat by the Cash Point, and we were getting some money out, and she said spare some change, and my friend thought, he's a bit awkward. He's just trying to make conversation with her. He went, clocks go back. Extra hour in bed.
Oh no.
I gave her 2 quid. I felt so bad. He didn't do it intentionally. He didn't realise what he'd said. Just making conversation.
Bumbling.
It's tricky making conversation with the homeless, because there's so many areas you've got to avoid. What was on the telly.
Yeah. Although I get recognised by homeless people and think, are they? I don't know where.
But you've got to remember, that's very much your demographic, Rick.
Yeah.
People who watch TV through the window of Dixon's.
In Dixon's. Yeah, there was a big delays as well.
Yeah. They can smell the alcohol on you. They think you're one of them. Have you actually punched anyone yet? Have you actually?
No, I haven't punched recently. I've punched pads, and I've punched the bag, and I've sort of sparred and that.
I know you're going to get a chance to punch
Well,
someone.
as I suspected, my punching power was alright, but my fitness is, I mean, it felt like I was smoking.
Yeah.
You know, but there's, bits of lung that haven't had oxygen in them for 20 years.
Yeah.
And it's ridiculous. And also because it's not only it's being filmed, but there's other fighters there that are ridiculous. They're like machines, right? And it's that thing I can go, right, I can come out on top, but die now of a heart attack, but never give up. Or I can sit down and go, I'm sorry, I feel ill. And I chose that one, and of course they took the mick.
Well, of course.
But I mean, soon, as I said, I haven't got the respect yet of the boxing fraternity, but
how long have you got then before?
4 weeks.
Okay, so, and do they think that they can turn you around health-wise in that time?
No, they're being
coming out on a Zimmer
No,
frame
they're gonna teach me the basics and see how it goes,
Right.
But I mean,
and each round is 4 seconds, is that right?
Yeah, 2 4-second rounds.
with a 2-hour break in between each one. A sit-down meal.
So, give the number. I want serious suggestions of my fighting name. Nothing insulting, so we can actually use.
Well, let's give out the email. That's always the easiest. Ricky.Gervais@xfm.co.uk. What's the number, Carl?
08700 800 1234.
And it doesn't have to be in the middle. It could be at the beginning, like the Rage.
Okay,
Ricky the Rage.
Ricky the
Gervais.
Tits. Sure.
Ricky the Man play a record. Big
It was a good day, Ice Cube talks to me about my life in the pub.
Yeah.
A couple of emails are already coming in. They're flooding in, Rick, inevitably, as boxing name suggestions for you. This is one from Matt, I think. He's given a couple, actually. Ricky the Pudding Gervais. Ricky Big Mac Gervais. There's a theme here. Ricky Pasty Gervais. The pasty. I quite like the pasty. Here comes
great,
the
isn't it?
pasty.
As Carl said, he said the thing is, if you have a really good nickname, it's embarrassing when you lose. Whereas if you just call yourself, it's not so embarrassing when you lose. Carl, this is doing no good for my ego.
Do you know what I mean? If you have like Killer Gervais.
Yeah, and then you end up like vomiting, choking on your own vomit upside down, hanging out the ring.
What happens if you win? Do you have to do something?
Whereas there goes the pasty being stretchered off in the first 2 minutes.
Yeah.
It's not such a problem.
There he is, being lightly basted. And chucked down a mine. What do you mean, what do I have to do?
Say if you beat Grant, say if that happened.
Yeah, right.
What happens next?
What do you mean, what happens next? What? Do you think this is a contention fight for the big one?
But do they,
Well, then we make Ricky 2.
No, but do you know if they're planning on making more money? Because it's for comic relief, isn't it? So what happens on the night?
It's for a charity of our
Comic
choice.
relief would make sense.
Yeah.
Well, whatever, right.
Yeah, it was last time. I think it was last time.
Is it sport relief? It's not sport.
It was last time, but I think this is a programme where
and how do you make money for charity from this? Do we pay to sort of for how many punches to the head you're going to take? Or
No, I just
how
think
long you're going to last?
I assume the BBC donate money, or someone, or a sponsor or whatever, I don't know, just donate money. Because it's actually a programme. This is more about a programme with a charity angle. So,
So as if you get, killed, there's more money and food to go around. Maybe. But no, I mean, the thing is, what's the next step? Because if they go right, well done, you've won, thank you very much.
Well, Carl, what do you expect? That it's winner stays on? Like in a fair, where I go out there and I let people punch me.
On Bernard Manning.
Yeah. And then my twin gets up.
Yeah.
It's a programme.
He's not going to turn pro.
It's like faking it.
Yeah, but what's the point if it's not going to go anywhere?
Well,
sorry, him fighting Grant Bovey in a ring is not entertainment enough.
Yeah, what's the matter with you, Carl?
That's going to get his face pummeled in.
Right, you ready then? So, just in case you haven't heard it before, I'll give you some initials of a band or an artist.
We're not doing Rockbusters now, are we?
Yeah, I thought, well, we've just...
Oh, no, we can keep that going. Then I love educating Ricky. That's my favourite thing now.
Well, what do you want to do, Steve?
Let's do the clues.
It's just like he's sort of bigged up the prizes.
And so this is only by email. Give the email address out now for people to write it down now, Carl.
Right, it's ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk.
ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk. Only entries on email.
Yeah.
You're going to get 3 clues. You've got to get them all right.
And you win all the
You
stuff.
win all those prizes. You said, okay, Carl, go on then.
Right, and just a quick example, one of the first ones we did, it was like AK, and the clue was exploding pet, and it was atomic kitten, right?
Yeah.
So you understand how it works now. These are your clues. The first one, that army has got some nice trenches.
That army has got some nice trenches. Excellent.
And the initials there are DW.
Do you write some of the questions for 15 to 1?
Go on.
So that army has got some
similar
nice
phrasing.
trenches. Okay.
Okay.
The second one.
What were the initials there, Carl, on that person?
DW.
DW.
Yeah. Right. The second one. The top of them curtains are all wrecked. All the materials all worn.
He acts it out though. We've got to get him on telly. We have got to get him on telly because his little face and his gestures.
That's the second one. The initials being HV. Okay. The top of those curtains are wrecked. All the materials all worn out. Right. HV. And the final one, here's the final clue. I was in Texas the other week, right? I tripped and landed on my knees in a puddle.
What's the
initials? WH for that one. So I was in Texas, I tripped up, landed on my knees in a puddle. So that's WH.
Incredible.
You've got it!
Is it great?
It's fantastic! It's desperate.
Okay, time of during the record. Do you remember you're playing for these compilation albums? We got the Fatboy Slim DVD, Linda Green on VHS, and of course Executive Decision starring Kurt Russell as well.
Oh, God! Okay, what's the next one? What's the educating
Well,
Ricky?
I don't know. See, like I say, I was looking around and there's stuff that is interesting. Right? I was looking on the web.
But there's no point.
Well, it's just that I found one about...
What's the point?
About a lad who 8 years old, but he's still breastfed. Now, I don't know if you can get anything out of that.
Is that what his mum said?
So,
what do you mean I don't know if I can get anything out of that? You don't need to.
No, it's just that, you know...
Where did you read that?
That was on the internet.
Oh, well, yeah.
You're always unspecific when you mention it. It's just it was on the internet.
Well, I'm trying to think what I put in. I think I put in Y to see if I'd confuse the computer. And then,
Go! You are...
No,
honestly.
I did a search, put in Y, and it came up with funny things that, like, why is this person doing that? Why is that? And it had a picture of this 8-year-old lad, sort of, you know, on his mum's nipple. And it was saying, you know, is this healthy?
You sure that wasn't asking you that question?
What? I put in Y just to confuse the computer. Like the computer go, what do you mean?
Yeah.
Stop it.
Yeah.
Oh, look, last week I was walking home with him and I went, he was saying something stupid and I went, I've got a competition for next week. Let's do a phone in and it's called Karl Pilkington, Genius or Fool.
Yeah.
Right? And he went, No. I went, why not? He went, well, it'd be confusing because they say there's no difference between genius and being a fool.
We do that, don't we?
No, but it's rubbish. And people say there's a fine line between madness and genius. And, you know, it's a ridiculous soundbite. They don't say there's a fine line between a genius and an idiot.
Well, the people who do are idiots.
Yeah.
So what would you do there, though, just to sort of wrap that little thing up? What would you do? That lad loves his mum's milk.
What are you asking me to come up with?
No, I'm just...
A title for the story?
No. It's just what would you do? Right?
What do you mean, what would I do?
Well, it's causing a bit of a problem in the area, right?
What area?
In America, I think it was.
Oh, America are a problem, are they? George Bush is worried about this kid who's breastfeeding at 8.
Imagine it like this, right?
Right. No, so, Carl, what are you asking me? About this spurious story you saw on the internet?
I saw it on the internet. There's an 8-year-old lad, he likes his mum's milk, and it's saying, is this right? Should it
No,
be
it's
going
not.
on?
But what do
you want Ricky to do about it? It's not his responsibility.
Yeah.
No, but the little town that he lives in, they're all causing an uproar, right? Going, this isn't right. You know, I can't let my kid play out in case he's in the garden with his mum getting a bit hungry, right? So, what should they do? Because his mum's saying, well, he likes it.
Yeah.
And he, you know, what do you do?
I don't know the laws.
No, but I'm not asking you to sort out the laws. I'm just saying, if you lived in that neighbourhood, what would you say? If you went up to him and said, look, everyone's getting a bit fed up with this, look.
I'd say, what would I do? What do you mean, what would I do? what are you asking me?
Right, it doesn't matter.
No. What are you asking me? What are you asking me and Steve and the
I'm
public?
just saying, say if you live next door to this woman.
Yeah.
Right? The kid's hungry, 8 years old. He's out playing on his bike and he goes, Mum, I'm getting a bit peckish. And he goes, all right, son. She whops one out. And he starts having his milk, right? You live next door, you're putting your washing out and you see this going on. You're getting a bit sick of it because it's gone on for months.
8 years, I assume.
Why is it your business? Why are you such a nosy neighbour that you're concerned?
What would you do, Carl? Let's turn it back on him.
Yeah.
What would you do?
What's your solution?
What would you do?
Well, I thought I'd say, right, why are you doing this? And she'd say, because he likes it. And I go, all right then, put it in a bowl first.
And you think that would sort that out?
No, because I was thinking about the whole thing, right? And you do that when you're a baby and everything's all right, innit?
Yeah.
No one bats an eyelid at a little baby having a bit of milk from its mum's breast, right?
Yeah. You'd almost say it was natural.
But you grow out of it. It's like you don't see. It got me thinking about things you don't see. And you don't see.
Did you put this into a computer? Show me things you don't see. What else don't you see?
Well, you don't see like an old man having a Twix. You never.
Oh!
So what?
You know the terrible thing about all this, Steve, is he's right.
You don't see an old man
I
eating a
know,
Twix.
that's a terrible thing.
So what they have got, right, they've made old man toffees, haven't they? They've come up with Werther's.
Is that a song? Oh God! You don't see it.
So they've got their Werther's, right?
Yeah.
So,
look at him. You think
Forget
he's
it.
giving a lecture at Oxford?
it's not going anywhere.
No, go on. Sorry. Go on.
I'm just saying.
Right.
You grow out of things.
Yeah.
And the old man, I'm sure when he was a kid, he'd have a Twix.
Yeah.
But now it doesn't look right, so he's having...
It doesn't look right.
So...
Right.
I don't think Werther's originals were specially designed for old people. I think they were sweets that just happened to have been made for years. That's why old people eat them.
Yeah.
They didn't go, hang on, there's a market here. I've noticed old people aren't eating Twixes. Quick, let's make some old man sweets.
But the little advert, he gives it to his grandson as well, doesn't he? He goes, I have a Werther's original.
Now, I think it cuts, though, before he throws it back in his face and get me a Twix.
Carl's all flustered because there isn't a record set up, but he's getting all tizzy. He's been more worried about his competitions than sorting out putting records on ready. What?
I'm after Steve's Song for a Lover.
Well, I'll tell you what, why didn't you carry on with your educating Ricky section? I'll have a look on the
We'll
secret.
keep it going, Steve.
Yeah, you
Cover it.
keep
Go
it
on. Go on then, right, okay. We've had a few emails. Anyone got it right, Carl? Anyone got it?
Educating Ricky, that's the final one. We've got to get that out of the way.
We've got to get Rockbusters as well, though.
do that at the end, we can whip.
Go on then.
But we've only got 5 minutes left.
Come on, just do Educating Ricky.
Right. God. The last one that we haven't done is he's a bit of a nuisance.
Go on then.
Again, not really that interesting.
Thanks.
No, like again, I spoke to you in the week, and I had much better things. Like when I tell you about Brian Blessed climbing Everest, and for some reason it made him it played havoc with his belly, and he followed through, and he had to clean up.
Shut himself.
Yeah, using ice and snow.
Why are you telling me that Brian Blessed? In what way is telling me that Brian Blessed shit himself once in any way educational?
Because I was saying how he was climbing Everest, right?
Right.
I give it to him. He's an actor and that, but he gave that a go.
Yeah.
Right. It played.
What's the point of that? You'd say, wouldn't you?
You'd say, God, he's you know.
So he's all right. Me doing a boxing match, there's no reason is rubbish, but him climbing Everest and shitting himself,
Yeah, he did that.
is commendable.
Right, and he's only going to go and do it again. He's going to climb it again.
Yeah, but he might not shit himself this time.
Yeah, what's the point in going? Nothing's changed up there.
Yeah, good point. Yeah,
What's you been?
Well, it has. They've probably cleared it up by now. Right, but it's slip on it.
I can't even be bothered telling you this one because.
Come on, just
honest,
do it. Or do it now.
Steve, how we doing?
Look, no, never mind that. Look, just tell me what that means. Oh, he's a nuisance. Oh, this is so annoying, Carl. I'm going to go mental.
Right,
talk.
Right, listen, I'm just putting this in here, right? Right, nuisance is a bit of a nuisance.
Yeah.
Apparently, the old fella who used to hang people.
1700s?
Yeah. He used to be able to tell somebody's weight just by looking at them. Right? That's a bit of a bonus fact.
We'll be the judge of that.
The thing that I wanted to tell you is money for old rope. Do you know what I'm saying? I can't even be bothered.
Yes, you're going to tell me now. Come on, Carl.
Right,
I mean it.
Basically, money for old rope came from the... right.
What was all that about? You can tell someone's weight. What was that
bonus
for?
fact.
And Blind Blessed shitting himself. What are you... What? Look at you... No, tell me that now. You nearly made me swear then. I'm getting really annoyed. I'm getting really annoyed now. Tell me this fact, Carl, or I'm going to go mental.
Come on, Carl, time's running out.
More that people years ago, when people used to be hung, right?
Right.
If you didn't like the person who's been hung, you'd go, God, I really don't like him. And so you never forget the
Because
time.
even if they're being hung, we take that as read.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, so they never forget afterwards to get the hangman to get the rope and to cut it up into little pieces, and he'd sell them. He'd sell the little pieces of rope to people.
See, Carl, that's the most interesting thing, if it's true, that you've come up with.
Right, okay. And so so they sell the rope?
They sell the rope, and it's money for old rope.
Money for old rope.
Meaning, like, you know, God, it's easy to make money, that all they have to do is cut it up and sell it.
I'm cynical.
I'm not so convinced.
Right, listen, we're really tight. We haven't even got time for a last stroke. We've got an ad break and we've got to give out...
Okay, give the answers then. This is ridiculous.
So, Steve, do you want to pick a winner?
I've got a winner when you give us the answers.
Okay, so the first clue was that army has got some well nice trenches.
Yeah.
That was DW.
Who's that?
Dandy Warhols.
That's brilliant. That's brilliant.
All right.
That's good, yeah.
The second one, the top of them curtains are wrecked, all the material is worn.
Yeah.
HV, that's Holly Valance.
Oh, he got a phone call for a woman saying I haven't heard it, and he was talking to her off air, and she went, what is it? So-and-so, them curtains. She went, oh right. He said, you know the thing around the top of the curtain is a palmet, not a valance, and he went, cut her off.
Yeah, but my auntie's always making balances on everything. I'll tell you about that next week, right?
I'm looking forward to that.
Right.
Is this the one that farted for 5 minutes?
Yeah, the very same.
Yeah.
Right? So we'll talk about that. I was in Texas, I tripped up, I landed on my knees in a puddle, WH, wet knee Houston, right?
Wet knee Houston.
Yeah. So,
You're a maniac.
So, who's a winner?
We've got Pete, Catherine and Laura in Newcastle upon Tyne. They're listening online, I assume, and they're
on
going to
Sky
get
Digital.
those great places. And remember, they got loads of stuff. They got the DVD here. They got Linda Green. They got Stone Roses. They got another compilation and Executive Decision.
What did you read about Brian Blessed? Is it actually true, or have you libelled
No,
someone else?
it was an interview with him in it.
And what did he say? Come on, what did he say?
He said I climbed Everest and I played of it with me belly. Let's talk about it next week. We've really run out now.
Oh, you're a fool. Have you got some educating, Ricky, for me?
Got some education.
I need some education, Carl.
That's
I
kind of
desperately need some education. I want to learn about Chinese kids that are born hairier than average. I want to hear about deaf girls that can hear after their mum hits their head against a wall. These are the things I need to know.
I mean, I don't wish to be disrespectful. He doesn't look like a genius.
He doesn't look like
But then I
genius.
don't know what a genius looks like.
Exactly.
So,
Steve.
you know, I don't want to be an unfair.
Look at Einstein.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His mum thought he was mental as a child.
Where'd you get that information from?
That was in the Einstein book.
Well, it was in the Einstein book, then it's presumably true.
Which Einstein book is that? His Theory of Relativity?
The big book of Einstein stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the big bumper book of Einstein stuff. It's
Yeah,
for a
yeah,
coach trip, and you have to fill in E equals MC1 squared, 2 fish, or 3 hello, and then it's multiple choice, and you fill it. It's great. It's
Did his mum
brilliant.
think A, he was a genius, B, mental?
Most people go for A, but it is in fact B. She thought he was mental at the age of 28. Oh, Carl, you never let me down. You never let me down. So have you got Educating Ricky for me?
We've got Educating Ricky coming up.
We've got Rockbusters.
We've got Rockbusters.
Great
As seen and talked about in Heat.
In Heat magazine.
It's got really tough this week now. We're not messing about anymore.
Right.
Got some good prizes.
Absolutely, yeah, we'll talk about those later.
Oh.
Because, I mean, was it last week that you had the classic? Was it, I can't remember, I'm paraphrasing, Carl, apologies. Something like, I'm here in Texas, I've fallen in a puddle, and my knee has got wet.
Yeah. Wet knee Houston.
Whitney Houston.
Yeah.
Also, it was last week when there was a little bit of confusion over the one for Holly Valance. Right?
Of course.
I
I don't think it was confusion, I think it was your error.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't.
And it was Holy Valance, and you meant Pelmet.
Then
What?
Becky, who called up that time and said, "Oh, if you you're getting mistaken with Pelmet, right? She sent me an email in a week saying, I've done a bit of research.
Yeah.
It was my fault. I've made an error.
Yeah.
It is a valance.
Okay.
And I know about valances. As I told you last week, at the very end, my auntie loves them.
Yeah.
Right? She makes them. She started off just like putting them on top of the sort of window around the curtain. And then she thought, I can do more with this. And she had a little coffee table that had magazines underneath. And she said, I'm sick of seeing them magazines when I'm sat down.
She sounds like a Pilkington.
So
I'm sick of seeing them magazines when I sit down.
So she put a valance around the table.
She just got valances around everything now.
Yeah. Then, next step, she tapes everything. She never actually watches telly. She tapes it all because she gets sick of listening to the adverts and that. Yeah. So she tapes everything. So she's got loads of videotapes and that. And the video used to get on her nerves. When she was watching a film, she'd see the clock changing. And it distracted her from the film. So she put a valance around that.
That's genius.
Yeah.
So, that is
or is it mental? Only Mrs. Einstein can tell.
I don't know. She's even made a little Jack Russell look like a hovercraft.
Yeah.
It's great.
So everything's got a balance.
If you go round and you stand still for too long, the chances are she'll put a balance around your head.
Yeah. This is this is Auntie who?
Auntie Nora.
And this is the one that farted for 5 minutes. Lest our listeners forget.
Lest we
farted
forget.
for 5 minutes. Called his mum, saying I'm farting. 2 minutes into the fart.
She's about 2.5 minutes in.
Carl, you're making noises while I'm talking.
Yeah, but you do this all the time trying to wind me up. And I'm not saying Manchester's the best place in the world, but what I'm saying is there's bits of it that I really miss.
Yeah.
Like last Sunday, right? When I'd met up with Ricky, we had spaghetti bolognese, which was all right. And then I said to him, I need some soil.
Damn, I wish you'd invited me. It sounds amazing.
So I need some soil. What do you think?
You need some what? Soil?
Soil, yeah.
I need to repot a plant, right?
Yeah.
So
you need to repot a plant?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
So I'm like, where you can't see these shops in London. Do you know what I mean? There's nothing around.
I took him straight to one in my street.
Yeah, but near your street, and that's probably the only one in London.
Well, you say that, Carl.
No, it does annoy me. Round my way, it's like, you know...
You can't move for soil shops.
You can't. There's Earth. You can just pick up handfuls walking down the street.
Yeah, incredible. People just lean over into someone's front garden. No, you can take the plants as well.
No, but what I'm saying is,
Go on.
Manchester, there's loads of decent hardware shops.
Yeah.
Here, you know, if you want a panini and a latte or whatever, you can't move for them. But for soil, I had to go virtually how many miles away from me to carry that soil home and stuff.
Yeah.
It's not good. I mean, London's all right. But if cities were sort of marked...
It's neglecting the peat market, really, isn't
there's barely any mulch available in central London.
I'm sick and tired of not getting a good, decent compost of a Sunday.
Indeed.
So, you know, I'm thinking of moving to the north, where there is loads of soil and gravel.
Indeed.
And animal shite.
Whatever.
Yeah. So you were going to say, if you were marking cities out of 10, what would you give London?
Well, if you were marking them on, like, you know, on what they have.
Right. As opposed to what?
Well, as opposed to...
How you spell it.
Say, like, I think the greatest city in the world is Rome. Right, okay. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Have you been?
What? Yeah. Why do you think that, though?
Just because, like, you turn a corner and there's something there that's really old. Right. Like, you're going down Normal Street.
go and stay in a Derby and Joan club.
Yeah. No, but it's like you're going down the road and then you turn a corner and like the Colosseum's in the middle of a busy road. It's like, what's that doing there?
Yeah.
And just when you think there's no more, you turn another corner.
It's almost as if that was there first.
Yeah.
Well. Yeah. But do you know what I mean? London.
Yeah.
What have we got? You know, Trafalgar Square's world known. And you go there, what's there?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So there's a lot of space there. Get one big B&Q.
In Trafalgar Square.
To cater for the whole of people who live sort of central Londonish.
Yeah.
And then I'd be happy, but what I'm saying
with Nelson just popping up through the middle? Because you can still see it, couldn't you?
Yeah.
It's
a great idea.
So B&Q could be like the whole sort of flat thing and make it sort of grey so it looked like rock, and then Nelson popping up...
Make it classy is what you're saying.
Yeah. Stone clad it. Yeah. So it looks like you've made an effort.
Exactly.
And then you can pop in, and then you can go out and go, oh, look, Nelson's column. Oh, look at that. Isn't Nelson? Oh, look at that. The victory. Defeat. That's fantastic. One of the greatest living.
Yeah.
I need some nails.
Yeah. Perfect. Killing two birds with one stone, you say?
But why isn't there more than them shops? Because when I went into yours, every time I've been in there twice now. The first time was to get a shower head, right?
Right.
And I went in there, couldn't resist buying something else. I ended up getting some super glue as well.
Blimey. Hey,
Right.
big spender.
And then, last Sunday we went in there, got 2 bags of soil, not one, I bought 2.
Yeah.
And I bought some scissors to cut plants with.
Secateurs.
Well, you don't.
Scissors.
You never know when you want. You know, you might need more soil, I suppose.
Well, I've got
You've
2.
stocked out now. Where do you keep it, under your bed?
Sorry, this isn't going out, is it, this conversation? It's not going out on air.
I got a feeling it might be.
You're joking. We better play a record.
Okay.
Play a classic. Karl Pilkington in the chair now. The talked about, the acclaimed Educating Ricky.
Right, well, just in case anyone's new, doesn't normally listen.
Yeah.
Basically, I'm educating Ricky. Do a bit of research in a week, find stuff, news, history, anything that's interesting. 3 stories, I give them a nice little headline. You take your pick. Between now and 3, you're going to learn 3 things. Yeah?
Yeah.
So, the headlines are, I'll be no buying one of them.
Give us that again.
I'll be no buying one of them.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah. We've also got hippopotamus news.
Okay. Okay.
And can you believe it?
Can you believe it?
Well, I'm going to go for hippopotamus news.
Hippopotamus news?
Yeah.
News.
Right, well, this one, it's... I'm not going to take the credit here. I heard Christian talking about this on breakfast, right? Because it's a good story that happened. Basically, I don't know if I told you about it last week when we were having our spaghetti, but
I think you did.
Right,
I know what it is. I know what this is.
Okay, I've not heard this.
right, there's a little midget. Right, there's a circus,
I'm loving it already.
Circus going on somewhere. I think it was in America. And
Is that present day or old times?
I'm talking like in the last 3 weeks.
Okay.
Right, little midget. Circus, really packed out show. People are loving it.
Right, Steve, you'll ask the same question I did, I know.
So there's a little midget jumping up and down on a trampoline.
That's what circus is.
Right?
I pay good money to see it.
So everyone's clapping and he's getting carried away.
Because he can't believe they're loving it. I didn't know they'd like a little person on a trampoline, but they love me.
But you know what it's like when if there's a crowd of people sort of encouraging you to sort of go higher and stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm sure he knew it was getting out of hand. But he was jumping and he was coming down the road going higher and he's going really high in the air, right? So he's doing this, crowd are clapping. There's a hippo, right, just sat next to the trampoline getting ready to come on and do his act.
Oh, right, I thought he was in the audience.
That's it. Getting ready to do his act, Steve.
Yeah.
So the
He's a ventriloquist.
What do you mean he's sitting by the trampoline waiting to do his act?
Because
why does he sit in the dressing room and they go, 5 minutes, Mr. Muss, 5 minutes, Mr. Muss?
So anyway, right, so the hippo's there.
He's getting annoyed, is he? Because the midget's
He's going, how can I follow this? How can I, this is really annoying. They're going to be, no.
So
he's thinking, he's already done the trampoline, my pogo stick act is never going to work.
Yeah, go on. So there's a hippo waiting. See, it's a great story, and I just know he embellishes it or it gets slightly wrong. Go on.
So
there's a midget jumping up and down. The hippo's getting annoyed.
The crowd are going mad. The midget's loving it. Can't believe his luck. Although you think he probably knows he's dicing with danger.
Yeah. So next thing you know, they're all saying higher. He gives it one big, like, heavy sort of landing on the trampoline. Goes really high, but goes off at a funny angle.
Oh.
Hypotenuse.
Okay.
Yeah. And sort of flies off.
Hypotenuse!
Sure.
Flies off at a funny angle.
Oh, dear.
Hippo's there, swallows him whole. Crowd are clapping, thinking that's why the hippo was waiting there.
Rubbish. Rubbish.
It's not rubbish though.
But no, maybe there was an accident in a circus with a midget and a hippo, but at no point was this hippo waiting to go on, going, come on. The midget flew off at hypotenuse and landed in the hippo's mouth and was swallowed whole. This is what you embellish it. That is great. And what's
I
that?
have to say though, Rick, when I heard midget, trampoline, hippopotamus, I was thinking accident waiting to happen.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah,
maybe. I mean,
it is that you should never put those three together.
Never.
It's a recipe for disaster.
It's
Everyone knows that. Midget, trampoline, hippopotamus. Are you mental?
You're asking for trouble.
Well,
You know, when he told me it, he said, and the midget, he didn't mention the hippopotamus, and he said the midget went on, and soon he fell off, and the hippo ate him. And I said, sorry, what was the hippo doing there? He went, it's a circus.
I've never heard of a circus having a hippo.
What do hippos do?
What can they do? You can't train them, can you?
What do you...
Aren't they, like, very deadly? They're huge, aren't they?
You can't have a hippo in a circus.
Are you sure?
You're not thinking of Zippo?
He's neither kind.
Yeah. No, and it wasn't some sort of where Zippo was eating a midget, and it's some sort of horrible sexual act.
No, it was definitely. I heard it on breakfast, right?
Oh, okay, sorry.
No, it's definitely fact.
Yeah, okay, right, okay, good.
Gervais with me, Steve and Karl. Karl, why have you got a headache? You got a headache?
Just a bit stressful because the moves on this week.
Oh, you're leaving house?
Oh, by the way, the XFM listeners came round to my house and bought the futon and table.
Did they?
Were they happy with it?
Quite normal. They were well happy.
Yeah.
Couldn't believe the luck with it.
What do you mean quite normal? What do you mean quite normal?
Well, it's always a bit scared, isn't it, getting people round.
I imagine they were scared.
Well,
And were they excited to see you? Could they? I mean, they were, could you tell that they were pretty pleased to see you?
no, I don't think so. I mean,
You're Karl Pilkington.
yeah, but the fellas sort of. I mean, they brought the whole family round, which was a bit odd.
Well, it's not often they get the chance to visit a living creek.
Anyway, no, they were nice.
And you're moving now, yeah? He said he phoned me up today. It was absolutely tipping it down. Right? He had to cycle in, right? Because he said, because of the move, he doesn't want to leave his bike round there. Right? And he said, and Suzanne, I can't say this in case he's listening, can I?
He won't know.
He said Suzanne's hired the oldest removal man in London.
You should hear him. And the thing is, right, we booked him because everyone else happened to be booked out, but this fella's free, right? So he called up this morning. I've never spoke to him, but he was on the phone. He sounded about 90.
Yeah.
Carl thinks that he's going to have to do all the work.
And the thing is, right,
cheap.
it seems
He
to be
already
cheap.
wanted some Werther originals.
Yeah.
Right, listen, it seems to be cheap because it's £50 an hour. But how long is it going to take him?
Yeah.
That's
So-
genius.
When's the move on then? When's the?
Oh, well, he's coming round. He came round today to bring some empty boxes, and he was struggling with them. So it actually happens on Wednesday.
Oh, God.
Anyway, so
Rick, I noticed that you were laughing and almost had a heart attack. Doesn't bode well for the boxing match, does
I've
it?
got a cough at the moment, haven't I? I've had my Lemsip. What are they again?
is the tip included?
Yeah, go on, that one.
Right. In Turkey,
Nice.
it's not, actually. That's where I went, and there was them little fellas after Suzanne in the kitchen.
What? What do you mean?
We went to Turkey.
You went to
And,
Turkey and there were some little fellas.
Well, they had quite a few sort of midgets working in the kitchen.
Why? Is it a theme?
No,
Was it a
it's
theme holiday?
I don't know. Might get them cheaper or something.
Was it...
So they were
get them
working.
cheaper?
They were working in the kitchen, and one of them fancied Suzanne and kept sort of eyeing her up, and she was winding me up saying, "Oh,
Not iron up and down, just eyeing her up.
anyway, no." So
What
anyway,
was she doing in the kitchen?
no, it's like a pick what you want to eat type buffet, but you have people clearing the tables and that ready for you to come along,
Are they low tables?
and he was just keeping an eye on her.
What did he say, though? Was he
It was Turkish, so I don't know what he was saying.
But he was
Little fella, yeah,
Did he talk
What do you
to
mean, a little fella? What do you mean, little fella?
sort of dwarf-like.
What do you mean, dwarf like? He had magic powers, or he was 4 foot?
No,
What do you
just
mean,
A
Carl?
little bloke, just like a normal bloke, but small. If you stood him in the desert, you wouldn't know.
But he'd be hot at
messing around
first.
him.
Right, Carl.
You should
no,
watch
no.
out for the monkeys.
Yeah, underground.
Those underground monkeys are
look,
dangerous.
you can't just say there was a little midget fella who was eyeing up my girlfriend and then leave it. What do you mean? What was happening? This is a story to us. This is much more interesting to us than, and she was deaf, right, and she hit her head. That's much more
I don't
interesting.
understand how it manifested itself. Did he come over and say something?
No, do you know when it's like girls know, don't they? When someone fancies them.
What do you mean there was lots of them as well?
Do
then?
they? That's worth knowing.
Listen, right, come on. Right, so you went to this holiday, yeah?
Yeah,
And you went into the dining room or something?
Yeah, downstairs.
And
in
you
the
looked
dining
over
I
room.
thought this is all. There's no one serving.
Yeah, and they go,
Wait a minute.
hold on, you looked down and there was a little waiter.
There was loads of them running around busy.
Why, though? Why did they
It
get
was
those...
summer.
What do you mean?
Because it was
Loads of
summer.
them. They had more of them
They
on.
come out in summer. They come out in summer.
What do you mean they had more... What do you mean?
Because it's busy, isn't it?
Well, no, but they
Summer.
hibernate in the
Why
winter.
were they all midgets?
I don't know, maybe it doesn't heat stunt your growth or something.
No!
Well, they just happened to, maybe it was a thing that they did for tourists or something, I don't know. I just got on with my meal, it was a holiday, do you know what I mean?
God.
Right,
So it's a midget serving. I'm not going to ask any questions.
Right, okay, yeah.
So they're all little fellas running around, and this one always was like, you know, oh, do you want a new serviette? You know what I mean? Going out of his way to sort of...
for turning on the charm.
Yeah, he was going out of his way, the others weren't.
Right. I think what was happening is he'd been working with Santa all the winter.
Yeah.
This is sort of little summer break.
This one
He
was
hadn't
your
seen a girl.
waiter, and so he was being polite to you.
Maybe.
But what did Suzanne say then?
Well, she was using it to wind me up.
What was she saying? Oh, he's...
Oh, just like, you know, look
He may be small, but he's
well,
built like a...
Yeah, he's all man.
so
Were you jealous of a midget then? You were jealous of
it
him?
is a bit annoying, isn't it?
Why?
It wouldn't bother me as much now, because I've been with her for ages.
Right.
But at the time, that might have been one of our first holidays, and it's like,
You don't
know,
want to be
what's going on? I
stolen away
paid
by
for
him.
this holiday.
Yeah.
And then you get off with a midget.
Yeah.
Oh.
So anyway,
But it doesn't matter because you got chatted by a bearded lady. So.
tell you what, no, that's got nothing to do with that.
What were you going to say? What were you going to say?
I was going to say the hotel was half board, and maybe.
Oh, right. I thought you were going to say it's just one of her shortcomings.
So listen, right?
Play a record.
Right. Badly drawn boy, born again. Right, just get this educating Ricky out of the way. So, Turkey, yeah. So what is this again?
This is educating Ricky, is the tip included.
Right.
Apparently a fellow was on holiday in Turkey. He's just having a normal holiday, weather's good, you know, he's having a good time. And
Waiters are all normal height.
Yeah. He's having his meal. He hears a load of screaming going on in the kitchen.
Hold on.
Has his girlfriend wandered in there?
And they do,
With a step ladder.
the circumcised people in the kitchen, and apparently...
What are you talking about?
Whoa. Slow down. We were
Sorry,
sidetracked there for a minute.
what are you talking about? Well, I'm excited about two things at once here. One, they circumcised people in the kitchen. Two, I guessed it was someone losing the end of their knob.
He did, yeah.
I started thinking like Karl Pilkington.
Extraordinary.
That is amazing.
Apparently it was going on. It wasn't just a one-off either. Well, when I say a one-off, I mean they did it more than once.
Yeah.
Right. And there was it was there for a week, and apparently the first night it was quiet, and then the rest of the week, every day it'd be like having his breakfast, or even his lunch, or even his tea.
Yeah.
Right? He'd be doing it all day.
Oh.
You'd be hearing
Lunch and
screams.
breakfast, fair enough, really.
Yeah,
Circumcision at tea time.
Don't do that.
And apparently it's a tradition over there. You can't even make a complaint about it. It's like, well, you should have found out before you come over
See,
it.
I can't believe this is
Sorry,
true.
I'm a little
I
bit
can't
lost.
believe this is
He was
true.
in a restaurant, in a hotel, and there were people having circumcisions in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Is that right?
I'm even worried that we're bordering on the racist here, suggesting that is tradition, that Turkish people cut the end of their cocks off in the kitchen
Yeah.
at meal times. I think you're wrong, Carl.
This just sounds ludicrous, Carl.
No, I don't think it happens everywhere.
Right.
I think this
Just in
Oh,
particular
this at this
restaurant.
hotel.
certain places,
Certain hotels.
certain hotels.
What, is it like 2-star?
Yeah. Why did he go to the Foreskin Inn? It was his own fault, wasn't it?
that's
Sorry, that's it, is it?
Have they closed?
Sorry, no, wait. That's the story. You educated me, right? Once a fella saw some Turkish people cutting the tip of their knob off in the kitchen. Thanks very much. Thanks very much, Carl. Got any more?
Well, there's things you can learn from it. Either don't go to Turkey,
No!
don't have calamari when you're over there.
Carl, you've done it again.
Well, but we're talking about MTV, right? And I was feeling a bit nervous, wasn't I, about like, you know, the way I look,
Right.
and what have you. And then I watched a bit of Celebrity Big Brother and all the fuss that Mark Owen's getting, and he's not that good looking, is he?
He's a very. I want to be Mark Owen's mate. If anyone who knows Mark Owen or Mark Owen's listening, I want to be his mate. I think he's brilliant.
I think he's a nice lad. But what I'm saying is, right, all the girls go mad over him.
Yeah.
And he's not that good looking, is he?
Well, no, he's got to. He is in a certain way, isn't he? That sort of non-threatening.
But he's not stunning, is he? Do you know what I mean?
No, but no.
Well, what's your definition of a stunning?
Yeah.
Well,
who do you like?
Someone who you look at and you go, God, they're good.
Which
looking.
bloke do you fancy?
What bloke do you think's attractive then?
So if I was into men,
Yeah.
in fact, you can still say a bloke's a good looker without fancying him.
Who do you think is attractive?
Probably. I mean, it depends what you're looking for.
No, just look. Just look. You think
there's different looks as well.
Of course,
isn't
yeah.
there?
Who did you say was attractive? Who did you say was like stunning in your definition?
A good-looking lad.
Yeah.
Good-looking lad. Oh, look at him over there. He's.
Do you find, Robbie Williams? Do you find him attractive?
Boy next door. Look.
No. Who do you? Carl, hurry up, because it's we've only got 2 hours.
Probably. Do you know? I can't think of one offhand. Mark Owen is pretty good looking then, really.
What? There's not. Just name one bloke that you think's an attractive guy. There must be one bloke that you've either met or that you've seen in a pub
Who do you think
on a
is
poster.
Tell you what.
Go on.
Tell you what. Works here. Young Alex Zane.
Alex! Well, we know Alex, maybe we can fix you up. Oh, I love you, Alex. You got so brilliant. I love that. That's like a ride song or something. That's my favourite one. Ride-ish. Feeder. Just the way I'm feeding on XFM 104.9.
Rick, quick question for you. I'm thinking a lot of people maybe are tuning in for the first time because of the advertising campaign.
Sure.
Should we reintroduce Karl again? I know we've done this a few times in the past, but just worried that people are going to not really kind of get the measure of him.
I'm Ricky Gervais. I'm the one off The Office.
Yeah.
Steve Merchant. He's not the one in The Office. He's not Gareth. Some people think he is. He's got a funny, weird West Country accent that actually Mackenzie was affecting for the role. Steve wrote it with me. He's the tall, lanky fella. Karl is our sort of, I say producer, but he's the one that pressed the buttons because I was
Dog's Body.
Yeah, but I mean, it was just because I was too big to run the desk.
Yeah.
I used to have to do.
Literally too big. You couldn't get behind it.
Yeah. And then we discovered that, he looked a bit like a boring sort of, alright, yeah, no. But then when we sort of, poked him with a stick, he came up with, he doesn't realise, but some of the I think, some of the funniest
extraordinary things I've ever heard.
Say hello, Karl.
Alright.
Yeah.
Well, classics, I think, so far, that have gone straight to the list include, have you ever used a Y front correctly?
Yeah.
Brilliant.
You never see an old person
eating a Twix.
Eating a Twix. These are sort of things. He's back on his campaign to get rid of jellyfish. Why is that, Karl?
Oh, did you see the paper yesterday?
Go on.
There's a jellyfish, right? It's about 15 foot long, about 5 foot wide, and there's a fella swimming next to it. And the paper's going, oh, look at this we've found. There's loads of them in Japan.
Yeah.
And it's because the water's getting hot, so it's making jellyfish really big.
Oh dear. How's the campaign going to get jellyfish get rid of them?
What was your point about jellyfish? They don't do anything?
There's no point. They get in the way. It ruined me holiday because I got stung by one.
Yeah.
But you think the same thing about Liverpudlians, and we can't just go around, wiping out things that ruin your
let's
holiday.
do the jellyfish first. And then we'll move on to the Scousers.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know what they do, and I'm trying to look on the internet. I've been busy this week.
You're jellyfish now, not Scousers.
Yeah.
I don't
know what they do either.
To sort of try and work out what would happen with the sea if it didn't work, because they say if there's no.
See, this is what we're talking about. People who've listened for the first time, they've got to listen to every word you say. You want to find out what would happen with the sea if it didn't work?
If jellyfish weren't in there, do you know what I mean? Because stuff like coral, apparently the sea would be in a right state if you didn't have any coral in it. Fish, do you know what I mean? I always worry about how many fish we're sort of eating. Because you go past...
Sorry?
No, do you know, like, you go in Marks and Spencer's or Selfridges...
There's loads of fish in there.
And there's really fancy stuff that you think they've killed that, and it looks good on the counter, pretty impressive.
Yeah.
But is anyone going to buy it?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's a big, like, a shark sat in ice.
Yeah.
And you go, yeah, they've got like a lot of fish.
You sure you won't go around the Tate Gallery?
No, do you know what I mean? In
I've
Selfridges
never seen a big shark sat in ice in Selfridges.
They do it. And it's like, you go in the morning and you can go back at night and the same shark sat there.
Yeah.
And it's
So you know it's the same shark, do you?
It's the same one.
So what, same face?
Are you sure he just hasn't lost his mum? And he's just like, he went shopping with her Christmas shopping and he's just like, he's drowned, he don't know where, he's just waiting.
You know I'm right.
I've never seen a shark in Selfridges.
Well, all right, then say maybe that's one day a week, but on other days they'll have like...
Shark Monday. I think, Selfridges. Today at Selfridges is Shark Monday. Yeah.
No, it's just that...
So your point is that there's all these fish not being eaten.
Yeah. So
and they're being killed.
They're taking them out of the sea, no one's eating them.
And you're worried, what, that the sea's going to rise because the more things you take out?
Well, we're just going to run out.
Because the fish drink it, don't they? And that keeps the water level down.
Yeah.
No, well, you know what I mean. There's stuff that worries me.
You're worried that... Was it you who said that you were worried that... Because, there's sponge in the sea.
Yeah.
But if they took it all away...
No.
Is that him?
That's a Stephen Wright joke.
Is that Stephen Wright? What's the joke?
Sponges grow in the sea. That kills me. How deep would it be if they didn't? I love the fact that he confused you with Stephen Wright, who for a living purposely says ridiculous things.
Yeah.
Does that worry you, Carl?
Well, think about that and play a record.
What do you want?
I'd love to. A classic, a beautiful song by Simon and Garfunkel, April Comes She Will.